Bam. Okay.
Aight.
What's up, boys? Doing some patch analysis here. I'm Kaameel. As you guys know, I know nothing about Dota, but I got a couple of lads who do know something about Dota. Got TKC with me, Mr. Bobeuls. I just invited him out of courtesy. We know he knows nothing about Dota. And the kick lord himself, Filthy Frank. How are you gentlemen doing?
Good,
Pretty
thank
good.
you.
Sick, sick. Alright, let's get into this patch. What do you guys want to talk about first? Let's go into the new heroes, boys. First one,
New heroes.
we got Armadillo Man.
Pangalia.
How do you pronounce his name, by the way?
Pangalia.
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 Holy crap. Okay. Alright.
I prefer
Apparently-
Armadillo, man, dude.
Yeah,
I call him
Apparently-
Armadillo.
People are getting like super anal about. He's not an Armadillo. Wait.
whatever. It's Armadillo, Pangolin, whatever the fuck.
To be best as your BBC science, I know you have something to say
Yeah,
about
apparently pangolins are critically endangered and the highest trafficked mammal in the world.
They are, yeah.
this. Super depressing.
Why
That's,
is
uh,
that highest traffic mammal, dude?
Just raising
They
awareness.
kill him for the scales.
For the scales, for Chinese medicine,
Medicine.
and for the meat in some other places.
Yeah,
He's like,
North Africa for the meat.
Gavin's trying to create awareness.
Hashtag raising awareness.
Mm.
Good guy, Volvo. Seems good. So who knows anything about this hero, by the way?
Everybody's playing him as a carry, but I think he's actually meant to be an offlaner. Like, okay, so this is what I think. I think he's like a last pick. I think he's like really good versus certain heroes that got like super high armor. So if you pick it like versus Sven or something, there's this hard pierce that just goes through all that like armor.
Right.
Wait, doesn't it only break
No, it breaks like through bonus armor as well. So like it
Oh,
breaks through
seriously?
like if you buy like 6 assault cuirasses and you use like Sven's wall cry, you'll still do. It's like almost like you're dealing pure damage to him, right?
Oh, I thought it was like Elder Titans thing.
I thought
No,
so.
no.
But it says you fully negate enemy armor.
Yeah.
So that means. I guess
Yeah, and then
everything, right?
another misconception people have is like, oh yeah, you buy Deso and then it works like TA, you put them in the minus armor, but it doesn't really work like that.
No,
It just
no.
applies a buff that takes away armor, so Deso not good on the hero as well.
Well, I mean, it like you take away the base armor, the extra armor still stays there. So if you like, even if like Sven uses Warcry, you're only taking 6 or 6 armor. You're taking 6 armor away from the Warcry damage. So you like, it actually does nothing. Deso basically does nothing on the hero.
Right.
Is
It
that
just gives you damage.
Is that a passive? Or do you cast it?
It's a
Actually,
passive.
No, it's passive.
So every time you hit
Passive.
him, you hard pierce.
15% chance.
And
But
then
you
it
swap-
slows
you
as well
swashbuckle.
after a while.
But you
You're-
swashbuckle them.
you swashbuckle, yeah.
I
Okay.
understand now. Okay.
I think he's like an offlane hero because you get swashbuckle and then you just like if they try to go on you, just swashbuckle away and then you can just dash like I think it's like 900 or 1,000. It's one of the two. You just like dash 1,000 units away and then they can't kill you. And you also have your shield crash. So if they like 3 people try to go on you, just shield crash and then you swashbuckle away and they can't actually kill you. And like swashbuckle also has like a pretty low cooldown if you like get to like level like 5ish. It's got like 12-second cooldown.
I think the coolest thing about this hero is actually put a new mechanic into Dota. Like we have vector targeting now, which I think is actually really, really cool. Haven't played it
like,
myself, so I haven't tested it out, but it's
It
pretty
opens
sick.
it opens up like new opportunities for other heroes. Like I know Hon used a shitload of vectors. Like
Nice.
there were a lot of heroes that revolved around that. So it'll like probably open up a lot of new hero concepts. It's also like I think the way you should play the heroes is that you buy like Vanguard or Pipe and then Blink Dagger. Maybe Vanguard's like a bit unnecessary. And then cause like you can use your like you're rolling your ulti and then you can like blink into like a team.
Yeah, and he's
like
damage
stuns them
reduction
all
I think
and-
is like a lot.
yeah.
Like 14% per hero, which is a pretty big deal. His ulti is a bit of a meme though. I think it's super cloudy. I like it a lot.
I like.
It's actually really strong.
I think if you're able to use it properly, I don't think it's
Yeah.
actually clowny. Like, I just think you need to know how to use it properly. I think it's like a very high skill cap ulti. Like it looks clowny, but I think it's actually really high skill cap.
Alright, so what do you say? Because I should stay away from the hero for a while, you know? Not
Like
for
I think
plebs.
the ulti is just like everything else about the hero is like easy. It's like so
Yeah,
basic.
I-
The
I'm
ulti
so-
is.
I've heard high skill cap and vector, so I'm out there. Like, I
Yeah,
just see a
dude.
mechanical skill, dude. Nothing to do with me.
Me and Bob are like CM max passive exclusive here. The Fury way. Alright, you guys want to move to the next hero?
Dark Gorilla.
Now this is a hero I've heard a couple of things about. Mark, you want to bless us with some knowledge here?
Okay, so I think it's like people seem to be playing it like mid, but I've seen it mid, I've seen it off lane, I've played it pods 4 twice, and I've seen it pods 5. I've never seen it as pods 1. I don't think it's like pods 1. Like the problems with it in mid is that I think it's really good if you get like a favorable lane and you don't have like too many rotating like supports rotating to your lane, which isn't very like it's like pretty uncommon now. That you don't have one coming into your lane. So it's
Right.
like it dominates like the lane really hard. But it's like really squishy as well.
Yeah,
So
you're just
if you can
dies really
if
easily.
you're versing like a Nyx, an Earthshaker, a Lion, any of those things, like they do pretty well versus a hero, because it doesn't matter even if she activates her W, the like thing that makes you untargetable,
Still take
um,
damage, right?
the Shadow
So
Realm.
it's basically like Slock's ulti.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
basically like, so
Uh.
if people are wondering how to play against this hero, like any AoE stun.
Yeah, or
Like
if you're able to
shanking,
like
Shaker,
Lion. I think
Lion.
Lion is gonna be a popular hero as well.
Like the hero just becomes useless.
Oh
And it
man.
dies
Oh,
really fast.
I don't know if we're gonna go like so in depth to all the people's talents, but Lion's 25 talent with the million rage Earth Spike is brilliant.
No, the Hex is a lot better because
Hex is a,
it goes through Lincolns. You
Yeah.
target the floor,
you just target the ground and it goes to
Oh.
Lincoln.
and you can't purge off Hex anymore.
That
Yeah.
is true. That is true.
Really,
AoE
really
Hex
broken.
is, I would say, probably much
Pointless,
better.
guys. Oh my god.
Okay. Anyways, going back to Dark Willow, like I've seen, like I've tried it Pulse 4, but I think it's like playing Monkey King Pulse 4. It's like far too unreliable. I think that you pretty much just sit in the lane, you just like use your W and you just Shadow Realm and you just hit the guy. You just do like
Think of the hero who gets all the spells up. It's a bit strong.
Not really,
You're
it
a
does
5-second. You muted.
it does nothing to BKB.
You need to get it off first.
Well, I mean,
Like,
you
I
can
don't
see the
know.
ult. You can see the ulti getting charged.
Maybe it's just my PC just dies every time.
Like if you just buy a BKB version, it does like almost nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
is once you get BKB, but like when you do have BKB, it's almost a useless hero.
So what I think is like so you see it dodges ulti, right? Because if he ultis you can't dodge any of your stuff because you muted.
Yeah, you get muted and you get feared.
Basically, an AoE Savage Roar.
It's
And
not
then
like it's like if you stand in middle, once they get BKBs, you don't do anything. It's like, however, like if you got like an invoker, like if you had like an invoker middle, at least invoker can go like split push. You can alacrity, you can forge spirits. You know, you can do like other stuff. You can sunstrike. You can do like all that other stuff. Like this hero
Yeah.
doesn't have anything like that. It's
I
like you buy a
guess-
BKB versus it, and then it's like all of its team fight potential, which is where it's meant to be like really strong, is just gone.
I think it's super weak to high physical damage burst and obviously AoE stun. So I think that's how you just want to kill the hero. 'Cause I saw like a Tide Hunter last night in like a stream game on Twitch. I can't remember who it was, but like the hero just died in like a gash and an echo smash. But basically it was on like 200 HP. Like
it's-
the hero just dies super fast.
And it doesn't buy any naturally tanky items.
Yeah.
You could maybe buy like the new item on it, but that's about it. The new Aeon something.
Aeon Disc.
Aeon disc. That's probably it. But I think it's like Pulse 4, it's too like clunky, like it doesn't have a reliable stun. Like, well, the stun takes 4 seconds to go off. So if they get under their tower, it doesn't
Yules
nothing.
is really good against that hero, by the way.
Yeah.
Yules is insanely good.
Yeah, I think the hero is more of like a Pulse 5. Like, I think like off lane, if you versus like some heroes, it just does nothing. Because they just have AoE spells, and then your Shadow Realm does nothing, and you just die. Like, I
Alright.
think Pulse 5 is probably its best role.
Well, it's good to have a new. I feel like Pulse 5 was kind of lacking at some point in recent times in Dota, so maybe it's a good thing that we have another support hero. When it comes to CM, though, that's a whole other mystery.
I'd like to see how the pros play it. It would be like... I mean, like, I've seen them playing it like mid, but I really don't think mid is the role for it. I'd like... Everybody seems to play it mid, but I don't think that's...
I mean, when the new hero comes out, it's always tried in like core positions first, like no doubt. Everyone is like, oh, this hero's OP, I'm gonna play it mid or safe lane.
That's true.
So what else is in this update? The next thing is
Ranked
some
seasons.
hats. I'm gonna skip over the hats because no compendium. I don't care. Ranked seasons. Okay, do you guys have any predictions of what these ranks are gonna be called, like from bottom to top?
Dude, I think I know, dude.
Okay,
The
go
first
for
one
it,
is
dude.
1K, then 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K, and 7K.
Oh, there's no way they'll call the ranks the same as our MMRs, man.
Dude, I'm gonna pull like a Windrunner Necrolite stunt here, you know?
I hope one of the leagues is called Brown League, dude. The poo color. with like the poop emoji, dude.
That would be
I mean,
hilarious.
the first three look like they're gonna be like gemstones or whatever. So it'll be like ruby, sapphire, amethyst or whatever. The first three look like that. After that, I don't know. It looks like some lol stuff.
So what do you guys actually make of this rank season change? I mean, like Overwatch has a similar thing. LoL has a similar sort of rank system. Dota had that unique plus 25, minus 25. The harsh road to climb. What do you guys make of the new changes? You think it'll change a lot, or it's just better aesthetics for other people?
I have no idea. I think it'll be much the same, if not worse, actually.
It's gonna be like almost the same. It's just like I think it's better that you recalibrate every 6 months because, like, if you're playing or maybe it's like I'm not sure. So like, what happens with this? It's the same as like the plus 25 minus 25 because if you're grinding like, I don't know, say like 10 games a day and then you're getting like a 55% win rate. Like it doesn't matter how many like games you grind, it's gonna be like the same like thing. It's gonna
Right.
say like win 10 games to like level up or whatever. So it's
Right.
gonna take you like
I'm not sure
over,
if it's all
over
gonna
a
be like
course of
based
like
off your
100
wins
games.
though. It might be based off like how friendly you are, like how you like to play with. Because it's got what here. It says there are 7 different medals, and within each medal there are 5 stars of progress.
Well,
So
that's
7,
like
how many? 7 times 5 is what, 35? So what, you have to win 35 games to rank up? Which is,
No, there's
Sorry?
no way it's that easy.
I mean, 35 games is.
Yeah, but let's assume
a
you
lot.
calibrate
I mean,
like
if you
midway
grind,
through,
if you grind
then
like
it's half that.
if you grind 10 games a day and you're staying with a
35,
55% win rate, that takes you like a month.
You equate 35
No,
wins
but that's
to
assuming you
MMR,
start
it's-
from the first rank.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you calibrate somewhere like higher up?
yeah, because I think they're gonna calibrate your ranking, this ranking with your MMR now.
This is gonna be the
Rough
same,
me.
basically. It's just gonna be different.
I think it's gonna be more or less the same, just with fancy badges, which is what
Yeah,
people want.
I think I'm just gonna be in the 5k middle.
So my
Same
issue
as
here
now.
is like, how's it gonna work, right? Are you gonna have like a 5 to 6k bracket, and then you're gonna get like high 5ks playing with low 5ks? Like that's a huge difference, right? And that wouldn't happen before.
No,
Right.
no,
So
no,
that's
no,
like-
no, no. I
that's
think the
my
way it
worry,
works, you're probably gonna get like, so you're gonna like, so say you're on the 4th badge and you got 5 stars or whatever. You're probably gonna get
Yeah,
matched
you
with
play
people.
with like full 5 stars. Or like,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
you only
That
get
would
matched
work
between
then.
the 4 and 5 stars. It's not like when you
It's
play and then
actually
you get
just the
like,
same.
it's not like, well, no, because like, when you get to high MMR, like even at like 6k plus, you're gonna start getting like quite big discrepancies between MMR. Like you can be like 6'2" and you can get into like a 7.5k average game.
Right.
So maybe they balance it out. Maybe they can't balance it out as well.
Well, I don't think they can balance it out, because the reason that happens is because there just isn't enough players above 6k. Just because,
I mean, you could like maybe get like 7k plus, and then you only get people on like that rapier level. Like you don't get anybody that's below like say like 7k plus is like only that rapier.
yeah, maybe.
Then you only get other people that are on rapier level. You don't get anybody from like the thing below.
And this is the same for unranked as well. So like, what's gonna happen to SS servers?
Oh,
It might just be like ruined completely.
the phalanx stack
Possibly.
won't be able to find against anybody.
That's why I've been feeding, dude. I've been trying to.
Maybe
bring
you just
down the
start
rating.
feeding. Yeah.
Yeah. Jokes, I'm just bad.
Oh, Bobeuls carry, best carry voice. New guide system. I like this, that we actually have guides and stuff inside of Dota, so you can look at things, build your own guides.
The guide's
Download
actually
Tortellinis.
really, really good and easy to follow.
Yeah,
It's
this
actually
is a
like
big
yeah.
change, and it's a simple change that should have come a long time ago. But I'm happy it's finally here. I don't have to.
That's
Whenever
cool.
I used to play, I should just tell people, like, if I play with new players, not that I'm a pro myself, it's just never follow guides. But you know, maybe.
I do. Every time I play carry, the guides are on, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's true. That's true. But a guide system is great, especially in games. So you can tinker with it, check stuff out. It's pretty cool.
How do you change your own in-game? Like, can you make your in-game?
Yeah, you can.
guide? Where?
Yeah.
There should be like an edit button in your shop. Like I'm actually gonna open my Dota now.
Check
Check
it
it
out.
out.
Do the science, boys.
I mean, I did it once like long ago.
I'm trying to do it, but I
Then-
can't.
That's why you're not
maybe
6K
maybe it's
anymore,
not
Mark.
there anymore. I don't know.
Oh, the sickest thing for me is this turbo mode. Well, for the casual gamer, like a new game mode to play in. It just seems much more casual. I believe there was a mode like this in Dota 1 called, what is it?
Easy
Easy
mode.
mode or something like that.
There's also in Hon.
But I don't know, maybe it's a new way for like to bring new players into the game. So when you play a game, it's not like 45 minutes of pure torture. Makes life a bit easy. People can get items even though they're not like 6k lost hitters. I don't know. I think if it's a new if it's a game mode to get new players into the game, I'm happy about it.
It's ridiculous how fast the games go. It's like 20 minutes your game is like done. Like every single game. Like I was playing like a Lion, like POS 5, and I had like Blink Dagger, Aghanims, like Scythe of Ice, at like 16 or something minutes, and it's like, hello?
Oh man, that's actually insane.
Like you can do clowny builds, which is nice. It's like
Yeah.
you can do stupid stuff, like just to troll.
But like think about you have a new friend wanting to play Dota, right? Do you want to put him through that 45-minute torture system that is a normal game of Dota? Or put him
Yeah,
into
dude.
turbo mode where passive gold can just
No.
give him a blink and stuff?
You mustn't start off with the easy stuff. You must start off with the rough, harsh world and harsh reality of Dota.
Yeah, I'm actually with you there, Mark. You know, it's a sadist game. They must experience it to the fullest from the start.
If I introduce a friend, I won't tell him about turbo mode. I'll tell him, you have to queue US only. US ranked or nothing.
I would not do that at all, dude.
That Russian pigs, though. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god. Ability
And I'll
drop
teach him.
update. I'm actually glad that they gave this some attention because
Don't care.
this game mode, if you actually played it, was like the most buggy thing you've seen in your whole life. It was actually insane. I kind of enjoyed the bugs, but sometimes it was just sad. I'm gonna actually start queuing it up again just for the memes. It's a fun game mode.
Batch riders.
Frank, I figured out how to change your thingy. If you
Yeah.
open your shop, there's a pencil button, like where your suggested items are at the top right of that.
Do you have to run to like demo hero and then do it?
Yeah, you have to be in game.
No, fuck that. I don't know how to do that then.
Nice commitment there, Mark. Hey, got a remodel. I don't notice the difference, to be honest.
They just basically gave him some like cool back shards on his like. Got like a weird like little like hood behind him now, an ice shard hood.
That's pretty sick, actually. I should check it out. I haven't actually played a game of the new patch, unfortunately.
I actually played it and I didn't know it was remodeled.
The ping wheel is a meme.
Oh, how
Yeah,
do
it's
you use that,
actually
by the
so
way?
hard to use, dude. I don't
One
know how to use it.
guy. No, I know how to use it. It's just like one guy's like enemy ward over here, and everybody just starts putting like random things everywhere. It's like attack Radiance tier 1 tower, and it's like, okay,
Oh
guys,
my
let's
God.
go.
This they got from LOL feels bad, man.
How do you use that ping wheel, by the way?
You just
I
hold an
actually...
alt. You hold an alt, and then like the options come up.
Oh, okay. Pretty
It's like-
straightforward.
First one is like move here. The second one's like attack here. The left one's like defend here.
Kick
Bottom
here.
right one is kick here. Bottom right one is like enemy ward over here. Bottom left one is ward over here.
Okay.
Like,
So, he says, do any of you guys own this Juggernaut Arcana?
no, but I had some guy in my game, dude. It was the most. I don't know. It was so weird. It
He
was
doesn't have an
like-
Austrian accent anymore.
Dude, it was so weird to play with it.
Right?
It was like I was like, what? Look, what is this weird voice? I don't know. It's like
So-
he like remarks about everything as well. It's like he kills a creep and he has to say like some like 10 he has to say like 10 sentences.
From the cast,
Okay.
the eerie.
Yeah, he basically goes on like a
Basically
Skyrod
that,
rant.
dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap. So that's all for the funny stuff. We're getting into the gameplay updates now. So the first
Oh.
section, drafting, boys. Who's going to be the first lad to talk about this?
Okay, basically, thank God they did this because I think it's like you had second pick. You almost like you won so many more games if you had second pick on ranked. It was just like retarded.
Yeah, the all pick order was terrible.
It's like you pick first, and the enemy's like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna counter the hero, and then the next guy picks and is like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna counter your hero, and they just end up with like 5 counters facing you. Like, okay, cool. Like you
the
last
you-
pick your mid, and the enemy just like last picks a complete count, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, because essentially second pick had 4 heroes to counter with. It was pretty crazy, actually.
They could counter with all 5.
Yeah, all 5 picks, actually.
It was
Whoa.
stupid. It was like I think it was actually like I think there was a 5%. I think I read it. There was a 5% difference between first pick and second pick in ranked.
Whoa. Is that fake news or we can go with that, Mark? No, I'm just kidding. I believe you.
might be fake news. Might be fake news.
The sentiment is there. The sentiment is there.
No,
Random
there was
hero
a
gets-
difference in win rate for sure.
Each day 10. Okay, this is retarded. I hate the stupid mango shit.
That's not on ranked, is it?
It
Mangoes?
is.
Wait,
This is
what?
Okay, so this
That's
is my
considered-
take. This is my take on randoming and all pick and everything. If you play all pick, you pick your hero. You don't fucking like you don't random. Randoming should not give you any bonuses. They did this in Hon as well. They were like,
Shaking my head.
they were like, if you random, you don't get any bonus. You just random your hero. That's it. You start off with the same gold. You don't get any bonuses. Because you're playing like, if you're playing all random, you're playing all random. If you're playing all pick, just pick your hero. Like, people can random the most shit hero now. It's like, you random like an Io, and then you guys like, okay, cool guys, I don't know how to play Io, and then it's like almost an insta loss. Like either remove it from ranked, or just leave like normal matchmaking the same ranked. Don't try to like introduce random.
Yeah, these first 4 things that they have, like randoming, no leggies, bonus gold, remove, repicking. It's just to improve matchmaking, and improve your pubs. Because like Mark says, all that stuff can just ruin your game. Like a guy repicks and he gets a meepo, and like, you know. The game's ruined for everyone, basically.
It's like if you have a Meepo player, like some guy randoms Meepo, he randoms Io, he randoms Chen or something. If you don't have like one of those players on your team that can swap with him, it's like
Instant loss.
it's like insta loss, because if you random a Meepo, they're like, okay, cool, we'll just pick Winter Wyvern, Earthshaker. What are you gonna do now?
Right.
Or it's like, okay, cool, you have a Meepo. It's like so easily counted, and it's like people always random first. So now you random the Meepo first, and it's like.
So that like toxicity level is like slowly being decreased. It's not really toxic, but like it leads to toxicity.
They're trying at least. You can't feed the career anymore on the bright
I mean,
side.
I do enjoy randoming, but like the randoming sucks now.
Leave randoming in like normal matchmaking,
Like
not in ranked.
I random for the gold, right?
Yeah, but like.
No, I don't want to random anymore because I just get a mango. And
I mean, I don't think we can put phalanx stack randoming and relate that to like ranked games, you know?
No, well, it's the same for pubs, right?
I
'Cause,
also-
like,
I
we've been
guess so.
playing before for just why you guys come in random. Like people
Yeah.
complain, it just ruins their games.
I guess so.
Also, this mango stuff is so stupid. In a ranked, like you pick a hero and you get a free mango. Like I remember, like if you're playing something like a Chaos Knight, like if Chaos Knight's one of the bonus heroes and you just pick a Chaos Knight, it's like you're getting an extra 300 gold at the start. Like that stuff shouldn't be in the game. And it's like you can pick the hero. It's not even like you're randoming the hero. You just pick it and then you can like get a soldering even earlier.
I understand the thinking process behind it, but I think
It's meant to
what
like
Mark says-
it's meant to introduce like diversity to the game or whatever. But like diversity, like it doesn't matter if you're playing in like. I mean, do you think if they did it in captain's mode, people would really pick like heroes to get a free like mango? Like imagine it like TA7, you just pick a hero so you can get a free mango at the start. It's stupid, no. Like imagine if like you randomly get one of like the OP heroes and you start off with like an extra mango or something. It's like I don't know, I find it stupid.
I think
like,
Ice Frog is just obsessed with mangoes, to be honest.
I hate this mango and Ironwood branch shit. I hate it.
Okay, moving on from mangoes and Orphic, let's go into laning. I think there's some big changes here. This is where I think some of the biggest changes are patches here. In
my experience is huge now. You, as a mid player, if you're like TA, SF, anything that has a lot of damage and can deny a lot, you can get a massive level advantage, like maybe 3-4 levels, you're getting a lot of deniers. And it's not that uncommon anymore to get like 3 levels higher than your enemy mid. It's actually really strong.
SF is even more popular now. It's like he gets a buff and he also gets the stuff.
So they took away the extra melee creep, but I mean,
yeah, you
it
just
doesn't seem to
don't.
have made much of a difference, does it?
It's like it's a small amount because lane creep's also worth more now. So
Because if they left it in, it would be mid lane would just be like a complete shit show.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
it
like,
would just be
I already
too
thought
OP.
it was stupid to start off when they added the extra mid creep. It's like if you double wave the guy, you can kill a guy so easy if you double wave him and your pods. Like if you have an Earth Spirit or something, it rotates in.
Yeah, it was
Like, you
really
can
strong.
You just buy a healing salve and you just dive the guy. You just double wave the guy and then you just dive him under his tower. He dies and then he like has to respawn in like 8 seconds and then he still TPs in. It's 11 seconds wasted. Like he loses so much of a double wave. It is stupid. Like,
But
yeah,
even
it's
aside from the
extra.
mid lane, the deny experience is pretty huge. If you're an off laner just trying to leech, like they changed the range of XP to 1.5 from 1.3. But even so, like if you're just like sitting far back leeching experience, you're not getting nearly as much as you used to.
Yeah, so this is like
If a carry is denying, like
this is for me. This is like the biggest change. This laning phase, all these changes here. So looks like they kind of try to increase XP for like let's say offlaners now, but they've balanced it by having the creeps meet closer to the safe laner.
I
Safe
think-
lane tower. So
I
like
think-
there's a bit of
yeah.
a balance, right? But like at the same time,
I'd say it favors the safe laner, in my
It
opinion.
favors safe lane, but they also removed poor man's. So it's like
Yes.
They did remove that.
that's why
They
I think
removed
I think dual lanes are
Gen
gonna
as
be really,
well.
really
yeah.
strong
So there's
now.
like I don't think it's possible to be solo offlane anymore, especially if you have a hero that can just zone you, like Skywrath or like Dazzle.
yeah, for sure.
Like any low cost, like spellcaster, right? Or any good hero with a right click. Like you can't solo offlane anymore, I don't think.
And you
Unless
can't
you're a
resort to
Darkseer,
jungle.
or maybe like Underlord or Batrider.
Well, okay.
Or Nature's Prophet.
This is what I think about Darkseer, right? Is like Tamir also said, like Tamir said, it's like
Yeah.
if you're playing Darkseer, your enemy can just like because the way that you play versus Darkseer, you just try and deny as many of these creeps anyways, right? And then you last hit on the tower. So if you're already last hitting Darkseers, I mean, if you're already denying his creeps, because his shield does like something like does like a tiny amount level 1. It's like
Yeah, level
Yeah,
1 is
it
pretty
takes
bad.
so long
it's
to
like
get
30,
to
it's
level
like 30
3.
damage a second. It's 30 damage a second. It's so easy to deny versus that. So you just like deny versus Darkseer, and he's already getting less. Like it's maybe better that he can go jungle or whatever, but yeah, it's not.
And it's
But jungle
Just-
is so much
yeah.
worse now. Like lane creeps are worth more. The Talon is gone, so your jungle efficiency is a lot lower.
I mean, you didn't really buy talent on Darkseer already.
Well,
though.
not Darkseid, but like most heroes, like it's a lot harder
like
to just
LC,
fall back to jungle.
Yeah.
so basically these changes are
Nature's Prophet becomes a
Making
much bigger
laning
hero. with
phase-
this.
make laning
It's-
phase much more important.
It makes the safe lane more important.
Yeah, you have to contest your lanes
It
now.
makes each respective safe lane more important because, like, if you can contest, if both like off lanes are getting if both safe lanes are getting contested, it's like you don't really have that roaming pulse for sitting middle as much, or you know, like he doesn't just
Yeah.
like camp a lane. He doesn't rotate between two lanes. He's like sort of, he's either sitting top or he's like, or you either choose to have like your safe lane almost sacked. You know, like in a sense, unless it's like a certain hero, like Nature's Prophet or something. So you either like sack the off lane, and you just get a roaming pulse for, or it's like you just go dual lanes, and
Yeah,
then you
so-
don't really have the roaming pulse for. You can maybe like
So-
have a pulse 5 roaming.
Yeah, so the hero's starting with a TP now. So no TPing at the start of the game anymore. So excuse me. Okay, so like laning phase has become like really important now in comp data, probably in any data actually. So what we used to see is everyone TPing out and trying to get wards down and scout lanes. That can't happen anymore. So
Yeah, that is retarded though.
so now it wasn't retarded. It's been changed, right? So it doesn't really matter anymore.
No, that is like stupid because like your de-warding is so hit and miss. It's like if the one guy gets his ward down first, and then they come in and they're like, if they went for a different smoke run and that guy comes in, then you can see him ward, or it's like you don't see where people ward at all. So your warding is like 50. It's like blind. It's
Yeah.
blind de-warding. It's like you can sort of see maybe.
I mean, it's
you,
part
like,
of the game, though, right?
I mean, it's like the warding is.
You get rewarded
It-
for having a good ward down. Like it makes sense.
But I mean, like, should it really be that you can't de-ward? Like, you should normally have an idea of where they're warded. Like, that seems to make sense. Like, that you should be
It's
able to
debatable
sort
because
of...
what Bob's saying is the same for both teams, so it is still fair in a sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like versus certain heroes you'd ward in certain spots.
Right.
So it's like...
I mean,
I
that
don't know.
debate's very open, but anyway. So I think right now, like laning phase and lane setup is going to be really important. So maybe even like an introduction of aggro challenge again, because the big camp in the safe lane is much easier to pull to the off lane now, and it's much harder to connect the big camp to your safe lane creep wave. Like I've tried to pull a few times, and it's not as easy. They kind of want you to pull through, so pull the small camp and then pull the big one. They made that much easier. Like the large camp lingers much more at the small camp now for like 2 to 3 seconds. So the pull through is much easier. But pulling the big camp to the creep wave by without pulling through is much harder. So
Is it even possible still?
No, it is. But
is.
it's
Okay.
it's easier for the offlaners to pull a big camp.
Right.
yeah, so that seems to me like either like aggro tri lanes or strong dual lanes, or some form of contestable lane against the safe laner.
Like, I'm pretty sure you just block the small camp because... Like, you know, the creeps don't spawn at 30 seconds. They don't even know if the camp is blocked until 1 minute.
I feel like that is
They get,
huge.
they can
It's
pull it.
actually
They can,
massive.
they can pull the first camp at 2 minutes.
I feel
And
like the game could be like almost lost by then.
it's also so easy to stop people from pulling through, because when they pull through, you just go and you attack the big camp, and then they're like, okay, cool, we can't actually pull through anymore because I can't actually pull the creeps.
Yeah.
There's no big camp here.
And pulling doesn't deny as much anymore because you can leech without the experience going down.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
to
so
deny.
same.
They have to deny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's gonna be a huge emphasis on like laning phase.
Well, I think it's like more on safe lane. They used
On
to
the
be
side
really,
lanes, yeah.
yeah.
On the
There
side
used to
lanes,
be
yeah.
there used to be like a big emphasis on middle.
On mid lane in the last patch. Now they want it to be like a 1v1 again.
Yeah. Like they made it like narrower. I mean, it's
To
like
me, there's always a way to work around it, right? Like, let's say your safe lane is getting destroyed against a dual lane, in like a 2v2. Like, and you still have aroma. You can still win 2 other lanes, right?
yeah.
You can
I
get
mean,
four-
it's like
there's always ways around it. So it just depends how
The
what
ways-
heroes
of
in
course
the
there's-
meta,
there are ways around it, but like this is just like what they're trying to do.
what they're trying to
I
do,
think. Yeah.
or what it looks like they want to do.
Yeah.
So like,
That's the way that they want the game to go, like more.
so what I'm
more
curious about
towards-
is that there's like a lot of emphasis on the safe lane and extra golden XP from lane creeps and stuff again. So especially safe lane creeps move closer to the tower, all that kind of jazz. So I wonder if we'll see like the sort of hard carries coming back, or if you even more emphasis on these sort of like Bloodseeker Necro like super lane stompers.
There's gonna be more tempo on this heroes. Like if
Yeah,
you like
I was
if you
thinking the
read
same thing.
later on, the game like ends a lot. Like they want the game to start ending a lot early. Like if you just go look at this like creep change over here, it's like just a little bit lower. It's like extra creeps, siege creeps now spawn at 30 minutes instead of 40 minutes.
Right.
Like that's a really big change.
That is.
Like if you're looking at like Pro Dota already, like if you're looking at like what they were doing, they were already like using at 40 minutes they would already like have pushes with like the double wagons.
That is true.
And you can go like Helm of the Dominator, get a third one, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Enchantress Chen.
Yeah.
Like three siege creeps is really strong after the siege creep buffs.
And then also like the fact there's no shrines and stuff in base games can be ending really early again.
Yeah, like it's actually so big that like that shrine chain is like if you're sieging higher ground, you just need like you have your mana burnt out or whatever, you just go quickly shrine and it's like 3 of you are already full of mana instead of having to run like wasting like 10-15 seconds running back to base, regenning and then running back. It's like actually 20 seconds that you waste that you're not there.
Right.
It's like pretty big, especially like I was playing Medusa and I was versing like a keeper of the light, and it's like he mana burns you where normally you could just like shrine and then use Mystic Snake and get all your mana back. And so it's like, okay, cool, let me just run back to base, regen, and then come back. That's like pretty big.
Yeah, and you like now you can just dive people in the base and all that kind of jazz before because you couldn't really
Yeah.
do that with the shrines. And then what do you guys
Yeah.
think of this change? The glyph causes your creeps to be invulnerable for glyph duration.
I think it's like a minor. I don't know. I don't think it's that big. Maybe it's like. I think where it could be good is if you're split pushing. I'm not even lying. Like you could actually use a defensive glyph for your tower, but if you also have creeps in their base, if you glyph and you have 2 of those like siege creeps in their base, you'll probably take a rack. Like your creeps can naturally take a rack because like the previous patch they already changed. Like if there isn't a hero in that lane, the tower dies so much quicker.
Yeah. And
I
then
mean,
when-
There's another change with that. Like if I was playing Klings, for example, I'd wait for a creep wave to spawn before I'd like strafe because I know that usually they're gonna glyph when you're using your attack speed shit, right?
Yeah.
But then at least during that time you can clear their creep wave,
Yeah.
so you kind of like have some efficiency there.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's also like it is good for that. It's like it does remove. I don't think it's like that big. I don't think it's like.
No, it's not that big, but
Let me just test. I don't think it affects chain creeps. Let me just test. If it
Yeah,
did
this-
affect chain creeps, it'd be pretty damn good. Let me
Because,
just
like-
go check.
chain creeps, enchantress creeps, beastmaster creeps, all that kind of jazz. I think could make your pushes pretty insane. Lone druid bear man, because you know that thing needs all the protection you can get. So, yeah.
Okay, so if you steal let me just test something else. Demonstrate hero wolf.
Oh, he's doing the NA maths, boys. Scientific calculations going down.
Okay. So if you steal enemy melee, like if you steal enemy lane creeps, they get the glyph. So you can seal a wagon, and you can give you like wagon glyph or something. Like, I know it sounds dumb, but yeah. You can't give neutrals that you steal with Chen the invulnerability, but you can give lane creeps that you steal invulnerability. It's not really that big.
Not that big, yeah. What's next? We got the
Armor mechanics.
armor mechanics. So who knows the maths for all this stuff?
Okay, they basically gave it like a tiny decrease to armor, but they buffed all the buildings to change it.
Yeah, I feel like
It makes heroes that get agility a lot better. Heroes that already got like really, if you buy like, if you're playing heroes that have got low base armor and they don't have high agility gain, buying straight up armor like plate mail is worse. That's basically it.
right.
Yeah, they didn't change much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and all this buffs to towers is it's not really buffs because they rescaled the armor, so it's basically the same or kind of
It's,
less. It's less than it was.
Range barracks got like a slight, like out of all of them, I think it's like range barracks got a nerf and the tier 4 armors got increased. Like
Right.
that's like pretty much the two things that got like buffed.
With the
those are
regen
the
gone,
two biggest, I
it's
think.
like
Yeah.
balances on.
Yeah, but like, yeah. The
Yeah.
ancient HP regen got increased.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad they removed that tier 4 tower region.
I don't know, I still don't liked it.
No. So
I also
like
like it.
common thread amongst these changes, like Mark mentioned earlier, is just for the games to try and end earlier. And not like 20, 25 minutes. Like
They just don't like turtle tactics, I guess. It's like
Yeah.
getting rid of that.
it's not like spectator friendly.
Stupid sniper games.
No more Chinese Dota farming with the Medusa all the time. Feels bad, man. Map changes. So, Mark,
That-
you
Yeah?
go for it. You go for it. I know what you're gonna say.
The mid lane got like a pretty, like, it's weird. Like, I'd say it's worse for Dire.
Definitely worse for
Because
Diana.
you can now like run through the. I remember like I was playing like a rank game yesterday, and this guy's like, "Oh, we can just run through this new place over here and not get hit by the tower. Let's go!" And it's like,
Oh, and
I
you
don't
can
know.
gank
You can gank through the
from the
side.
trees now.
Yeah,
from
without
the,
getting
from the
hit.
right hand side.
They're basically trying to like make the map mirrored,
Yeah.
which I don't like it that much, but I guess whatever. It's like they also like reduced the mid lanes, like how open it is.
Yeah.
So it's like if you get caught mid lane, you don't have as much like running space. It's like a lot more cramped. So if you get caught, it's easier to kill you.
I'm gonna say Tusk is back, dude.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like
Tusk
blocking blocking with Earthshaker is so much easier now. Blocking with Tusk is so much easier. Like both of those are like so easy to gang with. Off lane is better now, I think, with the terrain because they made it wider. So it's not as easy to like restrict you to like a small area. You can like you have more space to move around. It's a little bit harder to deward, I think. But it's
Yeah.
also it's harder for the offlane to be caught because there's like a space where like the supports can't hide where they used to be able to like hide. They used to be able to hide closer to your lane. Now they can't do that as much. The new bounty thing I think is really weird. It's like
It promotes like early engagements, yeah.
yeah.
Small area, everyone wants to contest.
So it's you get your bounty, like what you do is you get your bounty, or like you stay by your bounty, and then at like 10 seconds you just rush like 3 heroes up onto the high ground, and then they run away from their bounty, and then you get both. And it happens on both sides of the river. So I think it's like they're
Yeah,
gonna be
TP
a
to
lot
your lane,
more.
dude.
Yeah, and then you TP to lane. I think they're gonna be like a lot more like early engagements. And
Which
then
is great. Level 1 engagements are always so.
yeah, and I think that's like also like if you die in that first engagement, it's not like, hey guys, can you drop me a TP? It's like there's your
Yeah.
TP already. Like your TP's off cooldown
So
already.
I was thinking of this, right? Like, let's say you don't scout lanes early on, you still have this TP. Like, I was trying to think if you lane switch early, like you can't lane. Like, how do you lane dodge now? It's so hard to lane dodge because everyone has a TP. So
I
let's
mean,
say
you run
get-
to lane. It's the same. It's the same. Like you could also just buy a TP. It's you run to the lane, and then whoever ports first, they're at a disadvantage because the enemies just port to the other side, and then it's like, okay, cool.
This is like a more
now-
emphasis on laning phase again, because like everyone can follow immediately now.
I mean, it was almost the same. It was almost the same. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's
It's-
less financial.
no, it's the same. It's the same. It's almost the same. Like your carry picks up a bounty rune or whatever, and then he still has like your carry almost always had that like extra money left over to buy like the quelling blade or the stout shield. I guess like you don't buy stout shield anymore in the side shop. Maybe you do. But like you don't buy it anymore in the side shop. You always have like that extra bit of gold after you pick up bounty now.
You think we'll still see early smokes to try to get wards down? Obviously without the TPing.
I think heroes like Earth Spirit are gonna. What you're gonna do is you're gonna like roll once, then you're gonna smoke, and then you can roll again, and then you can plant a ward. Like that's really strong.
I somehow think it just seems if you get a better laning phase, it's just so much better right now.
Like
Earth
Earth
even
Spirit,
better than it was last phase.
Earth Spirit got a buff with the like no like you don't TP like any hero that's got like a blink or like something, but like the only support that's really got like a big movement speed buff or like that can like almost blink in a sense is like Earth Spirit. Like he can just like roll to like a lane a lot quicker. He can get his ward done a lot quicker than any other support, right?
Right.
That's like pretty big.
And Esper actually, for once in his in the last 10 patches, he actually got a little bit of a buff, I think. So that's pretty great.
He did.
Yeah, I know we're gonna go back to this, but I want to talk about this with Bob here. So yes, early. I think I agree with you that like early game is so much more important, right? But what they did change is they changed net worth swings again. You get a lot more gold. What is it? They changed it. You get from 0.75 to 1.125 or from 0.07 to 0.13
Yeah, so
from assist gold. So their gold swings, like crazy chicken strats are back, I think. Well, not back, but like games can still be thrown.
So you can just so people can just get like really good at like mitigating their losses in the laning phase. So like I said, like early on, there's always a way around losing your laning phase, right? You can either try to go win another lane or like win 2 lanes or get a lane set up that requires you to have a decent mid game. Like we've seen like Liquid and for example, and obviously like other teams, if you have a good mid game, you have like this massive team fight. Like there's obviously a chance to come back, right? But like there's that sense of if your landing phase goes too badly, it's a bit of a disaster. But I do like that. So maybe they so more of a balanced game, I guess, right? So not like if you lose the landing phase, you lose the game. You can still have if you have a decent mid game and you execute correctly, or the other team makes a mistake, like there's always a chance to come back, right? And that's cool as well.
Yeah, I like that they keep that sort of comeback potential in Dota. Now back to where we were. I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about the map. Maybe all those hills disappearing suddenly.
I mean, it's like to stop like the cliffing stuff. It's also I think the warding is a little bit more obvious. It's like the warding is a little bit more obvious now. But that's about it. Like the hills, I don't know. There's like stuff you could do in team fights where, I mean, you just ulti like this fan or something as a bat rider, you drag him up onto the hill, and then it's like, okay, cool, this fan can't do anything for the rest of the fight.
Do you think that like incentivizes invading jungles now? Like that wall gives less vision, right? If you think about the Radiant jungle, where that big cliff used to be next to where the shrine was on the right hand side, and used to have like obvious ward spot.
Yeah.
Like does a ward there now give you the same vision as it used to give? That's like my question. I'm not sure if it does or not.
No, you don't get vision up to the back part.
So
because
like it's easier to invade the jungle, right?
Well, I mean, no, it depends on what side you're from.
Yeah, but I mean,
because like you could also now if you place your ward over there, you can't see. Like say you're on Dire, if you place the ward over there, you'd be able to see if people are porting in onto their shrine with that ward because they moved the shrine as well.
Shrine vision is also a lot harder to deward, though. Like if you have vision of the enemy shrine in the jungle, it's the same for Radiant. Maybe Radiant's a bit easier to.
No, you can place really good wards around all of the shrines.
Yeah, which is quite cool, right?
Yeah, there's like the one ward that doesn't give you that ward where that cliff used to be on the Radiant side doesn't give you vision of the shrine anymore, which I think is like pretty big.
I don't like as well the movement of the shrines. Kind of made contesting rush a bit harder.
It made
you can't just port to shrine anymore and like run away. Like you gotta go over a cliff and you gotta run a bit further now.
It also changes how you rotate to mid. Like you can't, like if your mid lane is getting ganked, you can't, like if somebody reports mid, you don't want to have the 4-second port, you just want to port onto the other shrine and then
yeah, I didn't think about that either.
It makes mid like a lot, or it's like both your ports can't just TP, like you can't like help your lane instantly basically.
So that's like another sort of incentive to stay away from mid, in a way, right?
Or it's incentive to gank mid more. Because when you gank, the chance that you'll only one support can rotate compared to 2.
Yeah, okay.
So actually what they've done is they've made it easier to gank mid, but more punishing on your side lanes.
Yeah.
So they've actually balanced. I actually like it quite a bit. Now that I think about it.
The neutral aggro.
Okay, Roshan drops a refresher orb. This was one of my favorite, single-use consumable refresher orb. This was one of my favorite changes. I think it's just crazy. Like hero like Death Prophet, Spectre, those kind of like long cooldown dependent heroes. If they're getting that third age, it's actually insane.
I used it on Jakiro last night. Did we win the game? I think we did.
I mean, you can put down triple macro fire.
Yeah, so I was like, I used the macro fire prior to clear one wave, and I was like, oh shit, I got like a 40-second cooldown. Here comes another wave, and I was like, I'm just gonna use it right now. And I'm just like, it's retarded.
I mean, if you're playing Shadow Shaman and you
And
get
that wasn't even a
Aghanim's,
good example.
if you're playing like Shadow Shaman, you just go and you drop double wards, and then you just go and you fight them, and your wards will literally clean up the entire base so quickly. It's like if you get refresher Aghanims, and then you get the refresher shard.
I'm just waiting
Like,
for like the triple black hole, dude.
You
That's
can
all I
just,
want to see.
you can just, well, I mean, if you got triple Shadow Shaman wards, you can backdoor the enemy's tier 4s and the radiant, the ancient. You will destroy that so quickly.
Oh, imagine if that refresher refreshed your refresher orb.
So okay, so what you can do is if you pick up 2 refresher shards, they've got a 200-second cooldown. So if you can actually get like, okay, so what you can do is you can go drop your ulti, refresh a shard, drop your ulti, refresh a orb, drop your ulti, refresh a shard, drop your ulti.
No. Refresher doesn't refresh the refresher orb, does it?
No, it doesn't. But refresher orb refreshes refresher shard.
That doesn't.
It
It's a
does.
consumable.
Does it?
It's got a 200-second cooldown.
It's a consumable, dude.
It's got a 200-second cooldown.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Go
It's
read
a
it.
consumable.
It has
It is a consumable, but you mean if you pick up 2?
If you got 2 of them, yes.
So the 4th Roshan.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's dumb though, right? Why are you gonna wait 22 minutes to end the game? Hey guys, I'm gonna go get this third Roshan. Time to wait another 11 minutes so he spawns again.
Well, I mean, like, if it
And you
gets to
can
that
lose the game
stage...
by then.
No, if you get to the stage where you're just gonna drop 4 Shadow Shaman ultis if you have enough mana. Imagine that, dude. You're just gonna drop 4 Shadow Shaman ultis on somebody's base, dude.
Well, this refresher shard thing doesn't require mana, so that's also a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
As opposed to refresher orb.
It's like, it's also a bit weird. It's like, I don't know, on DP, everybody is like, yeah, it's so good on DP, but like, if you're... It happens like sometimes where like your DP just dies. And
Yeah,
Like I remember like last night we were like, Chad, do you want to take it? And then he was like, no, what if I just died? And then we were like, okay, cool, we'll give it to the Doom. Like at least Doom can like get off like 2 ultis and if he dies it doesn't matter.
True,
If it's like DP you use it and then it's like, okay. Like that's why you don't see like refresher being
That
built
is
on
Chad,
DP.
right? You know? You gotta...
Yeah.
Okay. Nice flame. That's why you don't see like refresher orb being built on DP that often anyways, right?
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. What I want to play like this with Death Prophet, I know he's theorizing a lot. You pop your ulti for Roche, which a lot of teams do to get that, secure that Aegis, and then you immediately pop the refresher orb, and then go straight down to the base with the Aegis.
That's a bad idea though, because
I
like,
thought the same. It's not bad, dude. Why don't
it
you
is.
just take Roshan like immediately?
because no, it's really like if you look at what happens as soon as you pick up Aegis, what do teams always do? They always go back into the base. They immediately go. No, every single team. No. When they pick up Aegis, the enemy team immediately goes back into the base, and they just start getting a defensive mindset.
This happened to us in a few games when we played. I think it was against your team. Your team rushed, and we were like, and you were a DP. I remember this. And you used your ulti to rush, and like it was your only team fight ability. And we're like, okay, they just rushed, but so what? Like we're just waiting. Team wiped you. You don't have any more abilities.
If you go
anymore.
like, I think it was like
That's bad,
Malini or somebody else. Like as soon as you take Roshan, you shouldn't just go push high ground. Like you should go and like use that time to go place on wards and stuff.
Yeah, use the map control, etc.
You use that like because every single team always goes back into their base, almost always.
Are you talking about the enemy team or the team that rushed?
The enemy team.
Yeah, everybody goes in
Whoever
cowers
picks
in
up
the
the
base.
Aegis, whoever picks up the opposing, like if you pick up Aegis, the opposing team just goes and turtles in the base because they think, okay, they're gonna come high ground with Aegis. That's the immediate thought of like almost every team. It happens so often.
Yeah, I understand, but
like so many teams do it, and you can just go like place on like aggressive wards, like farm out the jungle, wait like 2 minutes, and then you can go like get a smoke gang, and then you can go high ground.
Well, no, I know what to do when I play against BVD.
That's funny. So this neutral aggro at night thing that it goes to sleep, is that just like a gimmicky thing?
No,
or?
it's actually good. Like you can. Okay, so it's like you can hide in.
It's
I
harder
don't-
to deny yourself, though, isn't it?
It's harder to deny yourself.
That's about it, I think.
It's harder to stack for melee heroes.
Oh, dude, they need to bring out a hero that can like mimic a neutral creep.
I mean,
If it could that be?
they.
Surprise,
Just
Monkey
goes-
King can't do it.
Yeah, you just become a sleeping neutral, dude. Everyone just walks past.
Wait, can Nikes just infest the creep and sit there
Yeah, he
sleeping?
gets-
Yeah,
yeah.
you can.
Dude,
Okay, that's pretty trolly.
I'm picking life to the next game.
Well, I mean, you could really like infest a creep and just like AFK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Or
see
you-
that move?
That's like
In the
what
major.
RDK would do, dude. Oh yeah, with the tree end, dude.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was so
Yeah,
cool,
sure.
man.
Or you just get RDK bomb, dude. RDK just hides in like a safe lane creep for like a minute, and then out of nowhere he just pops out and kills your core. He'll like run, he'll
That's
like jump into a
brilliant.
creep along the lane, dude, and he'll sit in it for like a minute, and then he'll randomly pop out and kill you, dude.
That's brilliant.
It's like the most like unsuspecting person who gets insta-gibbed.
Man, I do that with TA. Like, I'll just sit melded in the lane and wait for someone to come farm, and then I'll double
Double
mouse right.
meld them,
Oh, feels good,
insta-gib
man.
the support.
So captain's mode, extra ban in the first phase. So GH gets 3 bans now in the
Nerf
first phase.
GH.
Nerf GH.
That's it, like, okay. So, this is like, for me, one of like the best changes they've made. So obviously, like, if you take the previous meta, they've just changed, like, they're just changing everything from the previous meta, right? So, like, what we saw at TI was GH had, like, a 3-hero pool, essentially. So it was either Ban Kotl and Earthshaker, or like,
Kotl,
they'd eye
Io,
through.
Earthshaker.
Yeah, so it was 3, so... But what this does now, right, is, let's say GH was, like, the same player he was at TI. If this was at TI, then, like, GH would be nothing, all this, right?
No, I don't
Not
know.
necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily, but now, let's say if that was a thing like a while back, he would just go play more heroes. Like he
I
has
mean-
now. He's got like 7 or 8 heroes that he's like absurdly good on.
I mean, he had
No.
that at TI as well, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
No, but he plays Earthspread now. Like, what do you
You-
ban? Let's say UF3 bans. He's got like 6 heroes, right? He's got Io, he's got Kotl, he's got Earthshaker, he's
I
got
think-
Rubik, he's got Earthspread, and he's got
I
He
think
slot
the way-
also, so he likes a lot.
yeah, and there's another one there. So there's like
I don't know. I think the way it should work is that you use like one like OP ban or whatever. So like in the previous meta, it's just like you ban out Veno. Like every game,
Right.
you just ban out the Veno, and then it's like you have 2 targeted bans.
That's what I was thinking
so,
as well.
So it's really cool, right? So it sets up. You have to experiment more now. You can't like. What if they ban like one hero, which is like key to your strategy, or like they've heard like that on, like through scrims and stuff. So it just makes teams practice more stuff, play more things, and more heroes be played. I think it's really cool. But like I agree with Mark. Like one or 2 bans, if we go to that stage, will be like an OP ban or like a hero that's just strong right now. Maybe like a Bane, for example.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Or like an IO. I think Earthspread as well. Like I think Bane, IO, Earthspread right now. Like in
Bane,
the
IO.
competitive scene, are probably like super good.
Say illusions can now deal damage to Roshan, and instead of dying, I think does change. Illusions get health and mana regen, plus the little buffs that PL got. I think Phantom Lancer would be a really strong hero right now, in my opinion, because he's a strong laner as well, high base damage.
If the enemy doesn't have wave clear, it's still a decent situational pick, I think.
Uh.
Mm.
Another change, Fountain damage increase, so no more Fountain diving rope for Lang stack, but you also get more mana regen and HP regen from Fountain, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's
Just
actually.
nerf the Phalanx stack, dude. It just feels bad.
So what do you guys think about it for heroes like Tinker? How big is that
Nah.
change?
Very minor, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that big. It's like they removed the shrines and they try to like make up for it because like what you used to do on like pulse 4, pulse 3 or whatever is you run past the shrine, use it, and then you just run back to the lane immediately. Like you have like a courier deliver items to you when you're using the shrine, and then you just
Yeah.
run back to a lane,
Okay,
and then
so
you
more
save your
efficiency.
TP.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're just trying to like remove, because like now you have to run all the way back to base, you heal up, and then you run back to a lane or whatever. They just
Right.
want to make it quicker. They want to try like make up for that region that you lost.
Okay. Fair enough. We spoke about this net worth that Ghost Wings out can be crazy again. Hex can no longer beat the spell. This is a big deal, I think.
Goodbye, Slock.
or goodbye most. Like Slocker's already goodbye. This is like nail in the coffin.
What's really nice about this Hex change is Hex has like a 22-second cooldown, right? If you're playing something like Draw, which has that like ridiculous CD talent, which is like 50% or something, you have an 11-second cooldown Hex that
and then
can't
you
be
pick up an
dispelled.
Arcane Rune, then it's got 80-second reduction.
It's, I
80%
actually think it's pretty strong one. Like, cause there's like a few heroes now with like 40-50% CD reduction.
Shadow
Your
Fiend
boots,
can go
40%.
your
Yeah.
boots of travel can go down to 9 seconds if you have that draw talent and an Arcane Rune.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where's the
9
draw?
second CD. Huh?
Draw Ranger.
50% at level 25, 50% reduction.
Why would you get CD direction on Draw Ranger?
Or your BKB, your Hex, your Shadow Blade, any of the items you buy.
Your
It's like
precision
pretty
aura,
good.
your
You can push out lanes with that,
silence.
I think it's pretty good. I like it.
Fair enough. We have an inventory. Okay, this is irrelevant. Unique attack modifiers out of the game. I feel like this is a long time coming, and it's been like happening. Like every patch has been taking
patch has
taking
been,
them
like,
away.
Two or three
Yeah.
being taken out.
Yeah, I like this change.
I'm already theory crafting. We have apparently Weaver can mana burn, Vol and AM can.
Yeah, it can.
Yes, that I think
Uh,
that's ridiculous though. They need
The
to.
plus 5 AM is a thing now, guys. With mana
Yeah.
void. You just max mana blink and spell shield, and you become like a super tank. And your Weaver hits everyone, you blink and you mana void. Oh, GG.
Yeah, sounds good.
GG. Sounds good. Seems good.
There is mana loss reduction now. Kinda like balances out all the buffed up mana breaks.
But I think that Weaver anti-mage thing is a bit ridiculous. There's no way Weaver should be doing more mana burn than the mana burn man himself. You know?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
he's
it
got
all surely good
illusions.
now.
He's got illusions.
And he hits twice, right? In
I
like one
guess so.
hit.
I mean, like, AIM's got illusions that attack much faster than that. Like, if you could over time, and he also has a level 15 uncontrollable illusion. So you can essentially
Right.
have like 4 units burning like 64 mana from you, where Reaver's hitting you twice and she burns.
And AM doesn't need buffs, guys, let's be real.
Yeah,
really
that
got
is
buffed.
true. That is
It
true.
got buffed.
It
It
did
did
get
get buffed.
But I just see it.
Other changes. Okay, cliffing is removed because there's no cliffs.
There are like 3 or 4 cliffs left, I think.
Okay, I'm just gonna go
Whatever.
over all these changes.
This
because-
Roshan change is actually pretty big.
Yeah. Well, which one? The
Every minute.
I thought it was. I thought it's the same. Oh no! I get what
It's
you're
like-
saying. I get what you're saying.
It's like if you try to rush at like a certain, like if you try to rush earlier, it might be harder
Yeah.
because it's not like every 4 minutes it gets harder. So it's like you can just go and rush at like 11 minutes. It'll be easier than at 12 minutes, whatever. Like I know it's
Right,
like a
right.
small example, but yeah.
But no, that makes. But I think it's a much better change. It's much smoother, as it says here in the patch.
Yeah.
What's
Locked.
Oh, this neutral abilities thing. I think is a pretty cool thing for like heroes like.
Oh,
Doom,
the region
Chain, and Chartreuse.
rune's actually really big.
Oh yeah, for Storm.
Yeah, for like something like Storm, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Maybe even Tinker. Neutral abilities. I mean, it's pretty big. Like you can now like use each of the. You can use like the stomp, the wall stomp, the thunderclap. You can use those things like 8 times now on one creep.
Yeah, that is actually crazy.
I don't know why they buff neutrals if neutrals are already strong. They're like nerfed, like only I think like 2 units. Neutral purge now works on cyclone units. That's big. And they increased the neutral cloak aura.
Rob
also,
farming
like,
when
pretty
Storm
big.
Spirit, man.
I think these neutrals, like buffs, are a result of just them spawning at 1 minute, not 30 seconds. If you don't,
I mean,
if you don't buff
that's-
the neutrals,
Oh,
enchantment
that's a good
counters
point
become,
you
like,
make,
useless,
eh?
right?
No, but like, I don't think it's like you need to increase it that your centaur can stomp 8 times. Like you can just camp like a tomato middle and then like it just thunderclaps you 8 times. That's stupid. They didn't nerf Hadoken as well. Like Hadoken was already too strong. It's like you just even if you send your creep there at 1 minute, it's already like too
Yeah.
strong. Like
No,
the guy just gets hit by a Hadoken like 3 times and he's like, okay, cool, I have
I'm
to run back to
thinking-
base.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm with Bobby actually because what is your Cheno Enchantress supposed to do till the first minute now?
The heroes already got buffed.
I guess
The
so.
heroes got buffed themselves. Enchantress can do stuff. Chen is slightly worse.
Okay,
Enchantress can slow somebody, and
That
then by
is true.
1 minute she can go and steal a creep.
true.
So she can fight. She might not be the best, but she can still fight. I mean, she wasn't already doing anything at 30 seconds anyways.
Yeah, you even got
Until
those
30
offlane
seconds.
Yeah, but she was
enchantress
doing something
builds
at
where
like 45 to a minute, right?
Yeah,
Now
so now,
it's also easier to level up.
I mean, now you can just like start off in their jungle. Like you used to start off in your offlaner jungle or whatever, and then grab a creep and then just rotate either bot or mid, or like wherever. You sort of like you basically start off in the enemy jungle now, so it's like quicker to get to the lane, to whatever lane you need to get to.
yeah.
It's yeah, I don't
How
know.
long do
It's,
how long do? Oh, yeah.
I think creep's already too strong.
Right, right, fair enough.
I think they have to be kind of strong though, right?
No, no,
Then
no.
what
no.
would
So
what would the point be of Chen and Bambi then? They wouldn't exist if creeps are weak.
no. Okay, okay. This is what I'm saying, right? Is if the creeps are already spawning at 1 minute, don't buff the creeps because they're already like too strong at the moment. Just leave the creeps where they are.
Can
They
you
spawn at a
even
minute.
thunderclap 8 times though? Like, won't your creep be dead already?
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
you can use it to like push out waves as well.
I don't know. I think maybe it's
You-
just. I think you're
if
being
you're
a bit
in charge
dramatic
of-
about these changes, Mark.
No, creeps are too strong already.
It sounds strong to me.
It's a stupid
8
change.
times is a lot.
I did. We'll see how it goes. dude.
Imagine being mid lane. You have a creep wave on you, and you just have this fucking thing that's like sitting on you,
Dude,
like
a
kinda capping
satyr,
you. Yeah, imagine if you
is
just had a satyr just
ridiculous,
Hadokening
dude.
you all the time.
it's really strong. Like you lose the lane instantly if a satyr creep
Which,
is
which is
1.5
the
minutes.
Hadoken creep?
The
The
satyr,
satyr, the
tormentor.
purple one.
I mean, you can't say you can't Hadoken like 8 times. That's
No,
for
you
sure.
can't Hadoken 8 times, but that
You
thing
can-
needed to be nerfed anyways, and it didn't get nerfed.
They got nerfed the previous patch,
It still does like 160
Not
damage
enough,
from
dude.
1 Q,
but
dude.
you can only do it like 3 times now.
I'd move on from the neutral
That's
creep,
stupid.
gentlemen.
Creeps need to be nerfed. Fuck that.
Oh, faulty Frank, passion, hate. You want to kick the neutral creep from the game now, also,
I
Mark?
do, dude.
Ah.
I do.
Okay, so
Korea-
let's sum these things up. So, how's the life of a support now?
Hey, let's,
Terrible,
let's,
actually.
Let's buff all of the supports. Every single other patch, let's buff all the supports. And this patch, they're just like, let's take all that happiness you had and just take it away.
You can't
Let's
buy
make
nearly
you-
as much anymore. Courier's double the price.
can't- you
Wards
can't-
are 20 higher.
Almost no support can start off with smoke now.
Tangos are
Because-
extremely expensive.
I think only one of your supports can buy tangos. The other one has to buy healing self. Like that's the way I see it. The one because now you start off with 5 tangos, so the one support can give 2 tangos. The other one starts with the healing self. That's cheaper.
Like I think at this point, sometimes you just won't have money to start off with this entry.
Yeah, like I think the way that you have to split it is either your one support buys everything at the start, and he starts off with like 3 tangos and maybe a clarity, or you split it, and then your password doesn't have boots or whatever to start off with.
Yeah, this is 100% your people's fault, Mark. You paused 4 people going to lane with like boots and over venom and just wrecking people.
I think Mark's right. I think one hero will buy everything, and like the guy won't even have to buy tangos. You just pull him tangos, right?
But it's so hard to buy everything now. Like if you go courier, 2 obs, a sentry, tangos for your,
You
for your
can't buy.
mid.
No, you
You
can't
can't buy all
sentry.
of that.
If you buy tangos, 2 wards, courier, you
Yeah,
can't buy
you
sentry.
can't buy sentry anymore.
You either buying tangos or you're buying a sentry. It adds up to like 640 gold if you try to put in the sentry.
Because in the previous patch, my standard, like I'd play pulse 5 in ranked, and I'd just buy a set of tangos, give 2 to the mid, 2 obs, a sentry, a courier, and 1 clarity, maybe a smoke or a TP, depending on how I want to ward at the start.
You
Now
just
you can't
pull-
buy
you
nearly
don't-
as
You don't
much.
buy tangos on your pulse 5. You just get pulled them. So one guy gives
Yeah.
you, so 2 guys give you 1 tango.
I mean, it's like your offlane can also spare an extra tango now, right? Your
Yeah, you
offlane
get
and your
5
carry-
tangos.
Your offlane and your carry can maybe actually start pooling tangos. I'm not even lying. Like,
Yeah, maybe.
Just imagine, RTK, can you give me a tango, please? Fuck you!
That's funny.
Too funny. Changes in the side shop. Took away quarterstaff, can't build MOM there, took away Obervenom, took away Blades of Attack. You can't buy phase boots from the side shop. That's actually
dude,
insane.
the side shop is so tiny now. It's so good, dude. The offlane was so OP because you just went to lane like, I mean, the safe lane was like so strong with the like the shopping stuff. Because like safe lane, they're also trying to prioritize safe lane more now. So if you prioritizing safe lane, if you like left the shop alone, it would become so strong. Like, you just go and buy like your Orb of Venom in the side shop if you're a support. You buy like Blaze of Attack if you're like most carries.
Right.
You can finish off your Bassi in the side shop. You can finish off your Poor Man's. Well, now it's like been changed. You could
The
like
Ring of
buy your
Regen
Ring of
and Ring of
Health.
Health.
Yeah, it's like
That's huge, actually.
there were like so many like things that made like
Yeah, it just made you snowball and run your lane like so much
yeah,
harder.
it's like you just started with like you started with a Ring of Protection, double slippers and tangos or whatever, and then you just buy like you finish off your Bassi, you finish off your Poor Man's.
Quite interested to see what the like career management's like.
Oh, then you can actually solve with that stuff.
Like what's gonna happen now? Because
There also is no speed burst on Korea.
yeah,
I'm
so,
really
like,
disappointed about that.
career management's like
No, I think the way it
really
works now,
important now, is it
like,
surely?
your middle gets like his null talisman or his bottle or whatever, and then your safe lane can use Korea. That's the way it has to work,
Because
right?
you can't battle crow and all that jazz anymore.
Yeah, so I mean it's like your mid laner almost always uses Korea first just to get like that slight advantage in the 1v1. And then if you're playing safe lane, I mean if you need double blades of attack, that's like 800 gold. That's almost 400 more gold than the off laner. I mean in the mid laner.
I guess
I
it
don't
did
know.
increase the career move speed.
I don't think it's like I don't know, it's weird,
It's
but it's not like
EMS, not that
too
big a
big.
deal.
It adds up over time. It does
Ah,
add up over
Okay,
time.
fair enough.
Observer wards, dewarding is so much better now.
Well, you get that's a lot of XP actually. Holy
4
crap!
times, yeah.
I think observer wards are more expensive now.
Impact buff.
I don't know, this...
All these other changes. Why do you think? Why are they taking all damage away from like everything? Like,
Because
is
the
that,
didn't
No,
really...
because of the scaling of this agility and strength and thing. Because each
Each attribute gives you an extra bonus
it
compared to
gives
just...
you extra damage, or gives you not extra damage, but it still gives you plus
It gives
one.
you like...
Gives you plus one
stupid
damage, which
bonuses.
was the same before, but like it gives you extra now.
It gives you bonuses now to like your
yeah,
status reduction or your agility,
Fair enough.
speed, MS or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just like maybe a bit more of a balance again. You know, when
They made Veil cost less as well, which is nice.
yeah. I'm a big fan of the Veil as an item as a whole. A really great team item. Now we're getting into items actually. Aether Lens. It got
Better.
changed.
yeah,
More
that's pretty
spell
cool.
lamp, but it gives a lot of mana and up the cast range even more. I like this item. I think it's really good for some heroes, especially. Like the
What?
450 mana is no joke.
Yeah, that's pretty big on some
It's
people.
like a
insane
punch.
on Wyvern.
And on Nyx.
Absolutely insane.
Nah, Wyvern's the Pulse 4 now, dude. You just build blades, you build phase boots, Hurricane Pike, Mjolnir, and the Midas. Like that, I'm not even lying. That's how Winter Wyvern should be played. It's like
It does an
Oh,
insane
com-
amount of damage now. that you mention.
complexity played like that.
I do see complexity.
Battle Fury is now cheaper. Change the build up, I think, and
Worst
they increase
build-up.
the distance.
Basically,
And
radius.
yeah, that's
Worst
pretty
build
insane.
up, but better. I think it's better overall for like
sure, for
AM
sure.
or something.
$400 cheaper. I like it, man. And you
You
can buy
just
the
have-
whole thing from Secret Shop now. Hey,
You just should not die. You cannot. No, you can't buy it because. Oh, wait, can you buy?
you can buy
Persev? No,
Perseverance there, and so you
Can
just need
you?
Quelling Blade, Perseverance, and the big sword, Demon Edge.
Yeah,
So that's pretty cool. With AM, you
better
just
for
need to-
AM, but you
Yeah.
just can't die in the start. If you die with like 1.6k gold, you lose that money. Whereas you could
That
have
is
bought like
true.
a claymore before or something.
Yeah, that is a big
Um,
point.
Boots of speed, meh,
Nerfed again.
doesn't really make like that much of a.
That's
Rust
just
Maiden.
nerfs because of plus falls. And also
Yeah.
the agility gain.
Goddamn Filthy Frank, ruining the game for all of us.
The Bloodstone change is pretty big in some cases. Like
Boots
for
of
Lina,
travel. I thought this boots of travel thing is so stupid. I thought it meant like you could TP to towers like even further. Instead, it's just like how far you can like target them on your map.
oh, I didn't really understand that one. Like,
It
Oh,
just
I
increases where you
see.
can click on the map. It doesn't actually increase how far you can TP.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
that's
can TP
an
like
irrelevant change.
300 units extra. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
Bloodstone, worse build up,
yeah.
more charges,
More
but
charges.
no heal.
I think it's good for Timber Straw because sometimes with Timber you want your Bloodstone and a Soul Ring. Because like sometimes I'd buy my Bloodstone and then buy a Soul Ring afterwards. But for something with Lina, for example, you kind of like want that Soul Ring early on and then don't really want it later on.
Yeah.
You just want it for the bulldog.
Like
It's
Storm as well.
kind of a nerf in that sense.
Storm as well.
Yeah.
Butterfly, I don't like that nerf.
It's not enough.
It's a buff.
It's a buff. The flutter doesn't take away evasion anymore.
Yeah, but it lasts 2 seconds.
2 seconds is really short. Like 4 was already pretty short.
If you're running away from somebody, I'd way rather have like lose my evasion and run way faster than them, because they can't really hit me if I'm running so much faster than them. Right?
I'm with Kaameel, dude. That's a buff.
Yeah, because you can chase now with
with
this thing as
rank,
well.
Yeah.
Like you can just go ham with it. I don't know.
No, it's worse. How can you chase worse now? Imagine if you had that extra.
Yeah, but like you
MS.
can chase worry free. You still
buy
have
Butterfly for
30%
the MS, you
evasion.
buy Butterfly for the evasion.
Yeah,
You
guys,
don't
come
buy
on.
Butterfly for the
And remember,
flutter.
you also get move speed from agility now. So
If you're
that-
running away, I would rather have that movement speed.
I did. We got 2 caps in the Bob cap and 2
So
caps
you
in the
can-
Mark cap.
You can
yeah.
farm jungle, right? Here's another thing. You can farm jungle with this now without being worried about being ganked and having your evasion disabled. So is it actually a nerf, dude?
I don't
It
know.
is
I don't
enough.
think it's that big of a deal though, to be honest. Either way.
Butterfly is an
Desolator.
evasion item, dude. It's not a move speed.
I mean, they changed MKB as well.
Thanks to we'll get there.
Yeah, nice spoilers, Mark. Jesus.
Butterfly got nerfed.
Fuck off, Mark.
There's
Desolator?
an armor reduction, minor nerf for PA because she got an extra talent.
That's a
whatever.
buff, dude. That's a
Uh,
buff.
Diff Blade, no Dispel.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
But
this
I think-
ladies.
Diff
It's-
Blade is pretty badly nerfed. No Dispel. No upgrade. Higher cooldown. There's like no charge limit either, so that's decent.
It's just a slow item now,
I'll
right?
speak more about Phalanx Ricky when we come to Ricky. Last night was just a clown game, but I'll tell you guys about that later.
This makes fucking.
You
This
said
makes,
it makes Ricky much better. 'cause
It makes.
he
It does
doesn't
make
worry about
Ricky
charges
better.
anymore.
It makes Ricky better, but oh my.
Just makes Gracef and Clemente much better.
And it makes Necro better, and it makes.
Makes Necro better, cry
Makes
every
Necro
time.
better, and it also makes.
Pugna better.
Pugna better, and it makes Wind Ranger better.
It makes Ghost Scepter better as well. That's actually huge for support.
All of those European offlane Wind Rangers and Rush Lincolns are gonna buy this, and they're gonna be like, "Ha! You can't dispel my wind run." He's like on PA, you just be like, toss out your dagger, blink on the guy, diffuse all his wind run, and then it's like, okay, cool, I'm dead because I'm a useless hero.
Oh my god, too
I'm
funny.
triggered, man.
Drums, slight buff to the attack speed, which is pretty cool. I'm still a fan of
Enough for
drums.
your offlane Wind Ranger.
Projectile speed increased on E-Blade. I like.
Whatever. Scuddy, whatever.
irrelevant. 4
Star
star,
Staff, good.
good enough.
Good. Fair
Glimmer Cape.
enough. Good.
Glimmer
Good.
Cape Soneko nerf, boys.
Snake on Earth. Hurricane Pike, better build up.
Hurricane
Talon,
Pike is like a really good builder.
Iron Talon, thank you.
Fuck you,
Corrupt
Legion
jungle,
Commander
Legion.
Jungles.
Javelin
Uh.
got buffed.
Fuck the Javelin, dude. I'm kidding, it's fine. It's a buff.
Basher,
Fashion, no.
I think it's a nerf. Like, I don't know, it's like.
Cost
Usually you buy
increase,
Basher for
no
damage,
longer
right?
damage.
It's like a nice
Yeah, you
bonus,
wouldn't.
but.
But
I
the
don't know.
recipe being 150 is kinda high.
Okay, yeah, that's actually, yeah, not what you meant. Yeah, that's a nerf, I'd say.
Yeah. Although bashes can't be evaded anymore, so I think it's kind of like an accuracy thing. Also, you can hit on the bash. But I don't know.
So you can bash Windrunner in Windrun.
Yeah.
But does
you
your
buy-
your,
you buy
your
bash
attack
on
still goes
sniper
through
now.
it well?
So who needs Stiff Blade when you got bash in it?
Yeah. True.
Abyssal
Abyssal Blade, meh, whatever.
What
MKB
is?
is an attack speed item now, so it's good on like OD or something like that, I guess.
MKB is so good now. I think it's better than the old one.
I think it's
like-
better.
The problem with MKB used to be it's like you buy MKB and then you're like, okay, cool. Now I have high damage, but I'm doing like 0 damage. I've got high damage, but I've got like 0 attack speed.
It was only good for agility heroes before, basically.
It's like you can buy on OD now. It's really good. Like Tamir
Yeah.
said, it's.
I don't
so-
think it was the attack speed issue. I think it was the damage issue. If you
What?
have to weigh up the cost compared to Monkey King Bar and like Daedalus and even like Orchid or Bloodthorn, like NKB just doesn't compare against them.
It does. It compares easily versus
No,
Bloodborne.
not. It didn't used to. Like you would always rather go. over,
No,
like,
no.
you'd
Bob,
rather
you're
go
you
misreading
just
the
beat-
issue there
You
completely.
just BKB off Bloodthorn or you Mantle it off.
Yeah, but like
MKB
I
does
mean-
nothing. It does nothing to the hero. I mean, MKB does like so much more than like Bloodthorn in that situation.
Yeah. I think the issue was it was just
you
really
don't
good for
Bloodborne because
agility.
you know he has a BKB though.
Okay, then
But
what
you
do you
wanna
do
do
against
that.
like the PA? You'd rather just ban MKB because you can always hit him then.
Yeah, okay, that's a PA though, obviously.
And Wind Ranger, and like any hero with like evasion.
I mean, 10 solo crests in games. Yeah, I like the MKB
I think
change. It
it's-
makes
I
it
think
much
it's
more
like a
versatile.
really like I think it's
No, I'm saying it's good now. I'm saying what.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
also
actually like the
with you.
change.
And then, but I also like that it's only 75% accuracy, so evasion isn't completely dumpstered.
I mean, it's like because you used to people like if you buy like if you're made a hero and you buy like Abyssal Blade and MKB, it like makes up for that, right? I guess.
Right. That's a good point.
And
But
if
I
you're
mean-
a carry, you don't feel as bad going for evasion talents, because it doesn't just get like straight out counted later on.
Yeah. It's also good with Jesus, I forgot the item's name. It's also good with like Solar Crest because like Solar Crest is being bought so much. It's like I don't know. It
Yeah.
sort of like makes up for it as well. It's like the Solar Crest was just like okay, cool. We have extra accuracy on Sky, but it doesn't matter because you have an MKB. Now
Yeah.
it's like you can even be incentivized to buy a Solar Crest on a lineup that doesn't really have a Solar Crest buyer.
That item could actually be broken on OD.
Yeah, it is. I would just go blink MKB every game, I think.
I even used to go like a Moonshard really early. Like I used to
Yeah,
go
I
like
did
Blink,
Yeah, that
Moonshard,
Moonshot build was
Blink BKB
ridiculous.
Moonshard.
Dude,
Yeah.
who even cares about the BKB, dude? I just go blink Moonshot.
I
And, like,
do
hype.
it.
And then you get helmeted and you cry. Lincoln Sphere. There used to be some stupid glitch with this. That, like if you had like cooldown reduction, it would reduce it even more or something. There was something stupid with that. I remember that.
Ah.
There's something retarded about it.
One is a little cheaper, slightly less stats, and
Better.
a bit of
I-
AP regen.
I think it's
I like
better.
it. Yeah, it is better, especially
Yeah.
for like a support.
Because now you can pick the hero of the day, and then you can build magic wand. You know.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Zero
I just like that it's
levels.
slightly cheaper and gives HP regen.
Thanks,
Yes.
guys. Now you just buff magic wand. Nice stupid mango buffs.
I'm pretty sure like Ice Frog is like obsessed with mangoes, like it's his favorite fruit ever. Like I don't know what's his buzz with mangoes, but he just loves the thing.
Go and find the guy that buys the most mangoes in the world, and you know who Ice Frog is.
Yeah, dude.
Necronomicon item reworked. I think it's worse.
Worse.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
never really gonna buy it just for purge, right?
You're not gonna buy it for purge.
It's like too much gold investment just for one purge in a team fight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they
You
remove
can-
mana burn. I
you
see.
can buy the item. Like the item can be like, it's mostly gonna be bought for the wrong reason. You're gonna buy a Necro Book level 3 so you can purge somebody, not for like Necro Book, which is meant to be like a pushing item, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like the mana burn was really good.
Yeah,
So-
it was.
Poor man shield removed from
Rip.
game.
Oh,
Incentivizes dual lanes. Stops. Like makes nature's prophet stronger. I don't know. It's like good. The item was stupid.
I'm really happy with the Orb of Venom change. I hated accidentally solving
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
but
I'm
Orb
with
of
you
Venom
there.
on.
I love. Okay. The only thing I think it should be able to do is cancel blink, dude. That is like my favorite thing about it.
I don't know, I thought it was too broken for its gold. Like
I
I
mean,
agree.
how many heroes buy blink? Like almost every hero in the game can buy blink, right?
Yeah.
maybe if they did that to Scotty, like Scotty hits would like proc your blink, like that would have been okay.
I don't know. It's like on a pos 4 or something, like a pos 4 or 5. You buy Orb of Venom, the enemies can normally outrun you, or whatever. Like most of the time, it's like you just have like a blink now, and you just blink away from them. Because they don't have like that really high attack speed where they can just like constantly keep hitting you from like a certain like range or whatever. Whereas now it's like you Orb of Venom, you hit them, and then they're like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna blink away if you don't hit me again soon. I don't know. I thought it was better. I thought it was fairer, because like every hero can buy a blink dagger, so it's like
Mm.
make it cheap. Make a cheap item that can counter it, I think. Pipe, pretty big against Pugna.
Yeah. I like this change, and with the new item that we'll get that for Meteor Hammer as well.
I think it's like I don't think that item's good though.
I
Meteor Hammer.
I don't know. We'll get to it when we're there.
Pipe's just like a carry on from Crimson, right? Just
Yeah.
like Crimson God. It goes in towers, so why not make pipe go in towers?
The ring of
Ring of
regen change
regen.
would be nice if you could still buy it from the side shop. Feels bad, man.
Recipe changed, whatever.
Yeah, Satanic's build up is still kind of weird, but it's $200 cheaper now, right? Means you have
Titanic's
a
build up
claim
is a
with
lot better. Well, I mean, not
Yeah.
better, but like it's the change that needed compared to the old build up.
Yeah.
Whatever, Sentry Ward, whatever. Silver Edge, I don't like that. No longer applies damage
Yeah, that was a
reduction.
really cool thing. You could like fight Sven and stuff for a while with it. It was pretty
Yeah,
nice.
or like you have a Venno that ulties you all, and then it's like, okay, cool, let me just hit the Venno, and then his ulti doesn't do like anything for like 3 seconds or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it was for 3 seconds, yeah. 2.5. So it's like, that is pretty useful. Smoke.
I like this. Is pretty cool. It's a little change, but it's cool.
More action, more.
It makes like games that go to like 16 minutes. It actually makes this like change relevant.
Yeah.
Like you get the extra smoke. Solar Crest buff.
More accuracy.
Yeah, I like this
Yeah.
change. 35% wasn't that much.
Soul Ring.
I hate this change.
I don't like the
Soul
new
Ring.
Soul Ring.
It doesn't go in Bloodstone, and it doesn't give mana regen.
Can't buy it from side
Uh,
shop.
I
think
don't
the
like
Soaring
it.
was too strong.
Yeah.
That's why I changed it.
So many carries, like even carries were buying it.
I like the change.
Yeah. Soul Ring was like every hero
Actually-
in the game could buy it last patch.
You can't build it with Mango anymore.
Ah, that's a plus, boys. That's a plus.
Wild Shield increased to try and make up for poor man shield. Whatever.
On slight nerf, but okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Well, wait, did the heal also increase to 200? Wait, no, it was
No.
400 anyway. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Vlad stacks with Ring of Aki and Basilisk. I like this change because like you actually have more stuff to like make Death Prophet playing against Death Prophet bearable, or any physical damage.
Meteor Hammer, worst item in the game.
I 100% disagree with you. It's an item that can push down towers. Like for any hero, it's
Yeah,
less than a
yeah.
level 1
While
hero.
you stand right in front of their tower for 3 seconds, channeling as a support.
I
Yeah.
don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I like this item.
Kaameel, dude. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. Although I did use it with Winds of Wyvern, it was really good.
It's good. It's good on Warlock, maybe Lion. It's good. I'll say it's good if you have a lineup that can't push.
Well,
Like you know when you have like an OD and something else core. Like when
Yeah.
you got like weird cores like OD and
Ember Spirit.
like
I don't know.
Ember Spirit or like Ursa or something. Like
I think it's
those
not-
two heroes
not
don't push
joking,
towers quickly.
It is really good on Wyvern.
on a hero like
It means-
Putlord as well would be pretty decent.
But like compared to like a Necrobook,
Yeah.
is your hammer better for pushing?
I mean, you stand there for like 3 seconds channeling.
Just 600
That's-
damage to a tower, guys.
No, it doesn't do 600.
It does. It does. I'm like 90% sure I
60
watched a video
seconds.
this
Deals
one.
60 damage
60
per
damage
second
per
to
second.
structure.
For 6 seconds.
Oh, okay, so it's not 600
It's
damage.
360 damage, right?
Oh yeah, 360 damage. Okay, yes. I don't know. Maybe. I just like the idea that
60,
item that can
yeah.
push towers. You know?
Like how much HP does a tower have again?
1.6 on tier 1s.
And it does like 360. Like how many
1.8.
times have you used
So
that?
1.3 on tier 1s?
No, it got increased. It used to be
Got
1.4, it's now 1.6.
That's a nerf, dude. I mean, sorry.
Buy 5 Meteor Hammers on your team wipe them, and then push with Meteor Hammer. Then it's good.
So you said wait, towers are 1-3, yeah?
Outer towers are 1.6. Tier 1s. You have to use it like, you have to
okay.
use it 3 times to push 1 tower. And that takes 2 minutes. I don't think
Oh.
it's a good item. It's like,
Right.
it's it takes you too long to. They need to change either the AoE, the cast time, or the area from where you can target it, like your cast range.
It's really
Right.
good with big setup.
Right. Fair enough.
Like I said, like it's good with Lion. It's good with. You said it's good with Winter Ivan. Yeah. It
Yeah,
can be
just
good with
ulti
Warlock.
someone and you
It
stack
can be
this thing
good
on
with
top.
RP.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like I don't know. I don't think it's that good. I really don't.
Takes
Yeah, I'd
2
rather have,
minutes
like, a
and
full
20
stop or
seconds
something.
Yeah,
to kill a tower.
On a support, it's like it can only almost always be. It almost always has to be bought on support. No core will buy this item.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And it's like, do you really want? Would you rather have a Meteor Hammer or would you have a 4 staff and halfway to a Glimmer Cape?
True. That is a good point. Okay, so next item, Aeon Disc. This is a interesting item.
I think this item is so good versus certain heroes like Life Stealer. It's good versus. I mean, let me go pull up the heroes. There were like 5 or 6 heroes that I could say yesterday that were like really good with.
And it's good on things that just like YOLO jump in, like Clockwork and things like that.
It's good on Weaver.
For a
like,
Weaver. Yeah,
Okay,
that
so-
makes sense.
because the way that you kill Weaver is that you blink in, you stun it, and you kill it like as soon as possible. You just kill it in like
Right,
a 3 or 4 second stun. That's how you have to kill it. If you like, get that stun, if that stun gets like debuffed or whatever, it's got like time to react.
Oh, and you have 2.5 seconds to do the ulti. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Actually,
actually,
on
yeah,
Weaver,
that's
this
really
is
good on Weaver.
fucking insane, Mark. Holy crap!
Like if you're gonna like, you don't buy it every game, but you buy it in the games where they got like an earth check or something, or like blinks in, he echo slams you, and you're just like, okay, cool, I'm dead.
Yeah, even if you're like a split pushing Ember Spirit or something, and
It's
you just
good
don't want to get
versus-
picked off by like a Earthshaker,
Yeah, it's good versus
not that bad.
LC, it's good versus Lifestealer, it's good versus Sven. Cause like Sven just blinks and he 2-shots you, right?
I don't think cores can buy this item.
I think some calls can.
yeah,
I
I,
don't know.
like
Top
Top
like
laners,
It's
Mark
not
double
fantasy.
for Weaver. I think is a good one.
Where is Weaver gonna fit this into his build?
you
you
replace
build
the Lincolns.
You build 2 items and then you can build it after that.
Go like Deso into Aeon Disc instead of the Lincolns. It's actually cheaper, so it's not that bad.
I also think it's good on heroes that like need to go get in like a YOLO ultimate or something like a Tyrant that you can just get off your ultimate.
Tyrant
or-
has it built in.
Okay, that is true. Tyrant.
And
does have it
the
built in.
things that are already good versus Weaver are silences. Like that's how you have to play versus. You have to have like things that disarm it for like a while. You have to have like a lot
Right.
of control for it to be a bad hero. So if you don't have a lot of control, you get the status resistance, you get extra HP, you get extra mana, so that like makes up for the. It's like it increases Weaver's mana pool, so it can use its W more. It's Shikuchi. It's get extra HP. You can't like insta kill it. It's good versus Lina.
Yeah.
It's good versus Lion.
Oh, you can burst someone though.
No, you can't.
If they're above the threshold, you can kill them.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
like how you
80%
kill
of it.
Abaddon
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
how often does that happen?
But it's
with
not
you?
good against Lina, it's not good against Lion.
No, it is.
But they can kill you above the
You
threshold.
WQ, then they're already on 80% HP. Like if you're a weak enough hero, Aeon Disc is like they won't be able to kill you for that time.
Oh shit.
Oh, you thought it was 20%, Bob?
Oh, this item's terrible, dude.
Aeon
Take like
Disc.
one right click in a box.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
On
this
something like a
item's terrible,
Weaver.
dude. No,
It's not.
Can't get
terrible.
initiated.
It's not.
It's so bad, dude.
Kings cannot kill you.
It's so bad.
It's
No,
not.
I think it's really good.
It's really good in
Wait,
some
it is.
situations. It has to be like the right game.
No, it's terrible, dude.
It's-
Oh, I was actually thinking the same as Bob. It's if you're below 20% HP. Oh.
No, but it's better on 80% because they're gonna lead with a stun. They're gonna initiate on you with like instant
Oh,
stun,
okay.
like Echo Slam and
Okay,
things like that.
it stops you getting picked off once every 100 seconds. I don't think it's good enough.
I
Just
mean,
for
you
that.
can
I
just.
mean,
you can
that's
just
what you
backpack
get
it.
out of BKB sometimes. Like, it just stops you from getting picked off
So
every.
you're gonna spend the same amount of
100
gold required for a BKB. On
I
this
mean, you
item
can just
for 100
backpack
seconds.
it. You can just backpack it as well.
You're gonna back
And then
up
you
the
can put it
4K
back in.
item.
You can
I mean,
if
it
you
makes
have
no
to.
sense, does it?
You can if you
We're
have
talking
to.
about scenario, yeah. I think the item's really bad.
I think it's
I-
really good in some situations. How does the Kings kill any support that has that item?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not good on core, it's good on support.
Yeah, like it's good
But
occasionally on a
remember, he takes
occasionally.
damage. You can't do anything for 2.5 seconds. You can't output damage either.
Yeah, but like it's if you're split pushing or something, you don't get killed as an Ember Spirit or as a Weaver if you buy it. I'm not saying
it
every.
doesn't justify it.
It
I don't
does.
think.
Yesterday
does it
there was a
work?
Weaver that bought it. Yesterday there was a Weaver that bought it versus us, and it lived like 3 times because of it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it lives, but like.
Well, like
what
a
is it?
Weaver, like a core, like a Weaver, 3 deaths is a big deal. Like,
Any
And
core
also,
3 deaths is a big
and
deal.
it gives
Yeah.
you 25% status resistance. That's a bigger deal than I think you. I don't know. I
I
think
just
it's a
don't
big
think
deal.
it's good. I think if you
I
can
also
like,
okay.
if you
I
take
also
one
thought
right click and you can just leave the guy. It's
it's
only
not
good for
it's,
split
it's not
pushing,
like
the only
one
thing it's good
right.
for.
It's not like one right click though.
It's useless in the team fight. It's good for not getting picked up.
I mean, what happens if they like jump on you with like an Echo Slam onto one hero? Like you can't
Yeah.
jump onto any hero in the team. You can't jump onto that hero that has an Aeon Disc on the enemy team.
yeah, I
if you have,
think
like,
even
the
if you're
stock.
like a Lina, instead of going Lincolns, you can just go Aeon Disc, for example. like slightly cheaper and has
it's
the
game
same-
dependent, of course. Like if you're playing Lina, you're gonna buy like a Lincoln's. Like if you versus Spirit Breaker,
Yeah, but like versus Sven, for example.
But like versus Sven, like Sven
Yeah.
who like blinks in ulti, like ultis blinks in like 2 shots Alina. Like
Yeah,
if he's got a BKB, what does Alina do? You do
Right.
nothing. You just die instantly. At least with this, he stuns you. He hits you once. You get your Aeon Disc activates, and then you get that stun removed from you.
Right.
And then you
Yeah,
have
that's-
2.5 seconds to like get away, like maybe pike
Yeah.
yourself, blink out, something.
If you have it, then you can also heal yourself just before it ends, and you can blink away because you don't take any damage for that time.
Right.
That's just the survivability side.
Yeah,
Gives
that's...
you no farming potential.
How does it
gives you
work
extra
with
mana.
blade mail though? Like for that 2.5 seconds, does your blade mail still reflect?
You don't do any damage, and you take
Yeah.
no damage.
So it's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Well, blade mail's before any reductions. Even if you blade mail, it'll still take damage.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because you could just go like ham with like a clockwork or something.
I think it's a good item. It's situational.
I think it's a
shit-
good
it
early
can be
game
shit.
item, it's not a good late game item.
I mean, it depends on the
Because
lineup. Whatever. We spend
I
like a
saw
shit
Yeah,
ton of
a
time.
guy
fuck
buy
this
it
item.
last
Move on,
night.
Bob. Move on with your life.
The guy bought it
Vessel's
last night,
really
he
strong,
racked
I
it
think.
twice. And he procced the thing and he just... I mean, what did it do? They just ignored him.
I mean, that's in a team fight. It's like I said.
That's
it's
what
game
I'm saying, right?
dependent.
Yeah.
Spirit Vessel, OP.
broken.
Like,
This-
I really like it. It's strong. Especially like if you're an oracle or something.
it's a change that was needed, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's like you're versus a necro who's like, hey guys, look at me. I got a kill. I'm gonna regen up a shitload, and then you just go and you like put Spirit Vessel on him, and he's like, okay, feels bad, man. I'm not regenerating anything.
Because now it's AA is not the only hero who can have some effect against HP regen. I think
Yeah,
it's
like
really great.
Alchemist.
Really good against Bloodseeker.
Yeah, Bloodseeker.
Ragnar.
Against like
Pugna,
satanics and stuff.
Yeah, Satanics. I think it's like a really good item. And
Really
you-
good on
Great item.
IO.
I think it's really strong on oracle though. If you like ulti
Yeah, yeah.
someone and then put
You
Talon
ulti
on
him
them,
and then you increase like 1% of the
that
carnage.
person
Yeah,
like
yeah.
probably would like never die. Ulti.
Yeah. Nullifier.
This item, ooh,
Pretty
Only
good
got-
item.
Okay, but
I
who
like
do you,
it.
these are the heroes I can think of you buying it on. Is like maybe Beastmaster, Nature's
Maybe
Prophet.
Nyx? I think Nyx could probably buy it, right?
I mean, is it the build up that you really want to go though? Like he gives you damage, but
damage and armor is pretty big on Nyx, I think. Or
I
like
mean-
decent for Nyx. But
The
no
thing is,
attack
you
speed.
also get a slow on the person you're going for, so you, like
yeah,
you don't like
yeah,
you just
yeah.
like mute them and start
okay,
slapping them with your
and it's got a
BKB.
mute. Yeah, I'd say it's just
My-
like a weird build up though. That's my problem with the
Just a
item.
good
Yeah.
late game item. Another good late game item.
My problem with this item is that it has a projectile, so it's easy. Like if you see it coming, you can just BKB dodge it. Which
Is it?
Yeah,
Let me go have a look.
it's
So
1.2.
projectile
It's like
speed.
same projectile speed as what's that
No,
thing? E-blade.
yeah. Projectile speed 1200.
So that's my only problem with it. I think they
Okay,
like,
the cooldown is really good. I think it's really good on something like Nature's Prophet.
on
But
Visage.
people used to be
Somebody
able
made
just
a post
to-
on my in-game feed, but that's pretty insane with the slow with Visage.
A 14-second CD is really low for 5-second duration.
Yeah, it's gonna get changed, I think.
Nice item. Plus. Kaya. So some people think this item is broken, and some people think it's
I-
garbage.
I think it's really strong.
I think it's
Zeus,
really
for
strong.
example, like 10 spell amp, mana cost reduction, tower, pretty cheap. Like 1950 is
I
It's
think
like
it's
a
good
Yasha
on
for Intel heroes.
Pugna. It's good on Pugna. It's good on Zeus. It's good on any like spellcaster really. Like anything that's like got like really short AoE. Like
I think
don't
for
think
Storm
it's,
is
Yeah,
pretty
maybe.
decent.
I don't like it on Storm. Unless using your ulti counts as mana cost reduction. I'm not sure if
I think
If
it
it-
would.
mana
Of course it
cost.
does.
Yeah, mana cost. Yeah. I don't know. It's like
It stacks the Arcane Red, which is really broken.
Yeah, I think I like the item. I thought what they need to do with it now is make
But
like
it's a weird build up for Storm as well. Like, because when do you buy it? Do you buy Bloodstone? Do you buy it straight after Bloodstone?
That's a good point. That's a good
Because
point,
like,
because you
you
want to
normally want to build like
Ready
an
time.
Orchid or a Eels, like one of the two
Hmm.
normally. It's like,
Yeah,
where
agree
do you
with
slot that item in?
I think it's like a Zeus item, a Pugna item.
Pugna.
Maybe
yeah.
even another spellcaster. Maybe even a Willow.
I think
It might-
Ember Spirit could buy this item as well for
It
in
might,
terms
you
of
know,
spell.
you know what you could do, Bob, is that if you buy it on a line, you buy Tranquil Boots and then you buy Kaya. You don't go
Correct.
for the mana boots, Aether Lens, Blink. You buy Kaya Tranquils. Because then that makes up for like your mana cost and mana, like
Yeah,
you
but
make
you
up
get
for the
mana
mana
drain
cost.
for your mana cost, right?
I mean, you can also, if you go like Aether Lens and you can max out your W, you can get like 2 points in your mana drain and you can max out W.
Yeah, I should try that actually.
You were the one who introduced this to me, man.
What,
You were the
mana
one who
boots
you were the
for?
one who told me to build Mana Boots Lion into Aether Lens, and I did it, and I was like, you can just max Hex in, and it's like, you max your Hex, you mana drain something, and you just move your Mana Boots into your backpack and then put them back in.
Oh, dude, not less of that mechanically skilled, dude.
Like, dude, you gain so much mana when you do that. You mana drain, and then you just like move your boots in and out, and you gain so much mana like that, with level 2 mana drain.
Yeah, Lion's level 2, that extra point in mana draining is definitely worse than Lion. Regeneration formulas. Okay, so let's not go too in depth with this.
No,
Actually, wait,
Um,
do you understand this stuff?
I
Mark?
checked out the maths. It's like very, very minor. Hardly
What?
just like it's very you don't notice it at all.
What?
The regeneration changes. Like
eh.
I'll put it this way: it's regen is slightly better on strength heroes, and that's pretty much it.
From the calculations I saw, it's good for like, let's say you're buying strength items on a non-strength hero, it makes a big difference. For a strength hero, it's basically the same.
yeah.
Yeah, but I say it's not really that big.
Whatever, I don't want to go over these formula. It's too like...
It's the same with the attributes. The attributes,
Right.
not much
Right,
have
right.
changed. They're just going back to Dota 1. Strength
The
gives
perks,
you...
the status resistance...
That's pretty strong.
These are big changes here.
The strength heroes usually struggle from being kited, like Sven and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think the status resistance is the biggest one out of the three. Intelligence just gives you extra manage resistance.
Yeah, but like the intelligence one, I feel like they kind of got a short end of the stick because, like,
You're a high intel hero.
100 intel equals
Not that much.
15% magic resistance, which is not that much.
That's actually not that bad.
The agility move speed's decent. If you have like a butterfly, you're getting like 20 move speed or something.
They
out of it.
nerfed Pugna with that intelligence gain, with the magic resistance. Because now if you life drain your own friends, then they get less HP.
Yeah, but
It
that's
was,
a bug, though. It's
it-
not supposed to work like that. It's so stupid, man. I just want to see Pugna rise to the top, dude. Team
That is
Peachy
like-
Gaming
yeah.
TI4, worst final ever. Come back, boys.
These changes are cool. I like them.
I like them a lot. I feel like this agility move speed thing is a long time coming, man. I've been waiting for this. But
It
they're not
used to be like that, you know that.
Oh, what?
At some point it was like that, I think,
It
yeah.
was in Dota 1 as far as...
Okay, I'm not
I
that
haven't
old,
played Dota
guys.
1, but that's what I heard.
But yeah, I think I
Yeah,
think you're right.
that's...
It just makes sense. But I guess on Intel side, you get the spell lamp as well from intelligence, but that's for everybody. But mostly Intel heroes benefit from that. What else we got?
Guys, I found out what you don't buy Aeon Disc verse. You don't buy verse Odi.
Yeah. Hit you twice and it procs, and then you can just keep stealing your intel. I
Then he
guess.
steals all of your intel. It's like Winter Wyvern.
Yeah. Okay, since we took so much time for everything else in the macro changes, let's keep the hero changes kind of brief and just talk about the main heroes. The first hero you guys want to talk about probably Bane, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Bane's
let's go,
getting
let's
nerfed.
go.
You can just
Bane
sleep like a Sven or a Husker and then just man fight them.
Alright, so
Like a
So-
Bane should not be able to man fight a Husker.
As a
Yeah.
Bane, you just steal his damage, and then you smack him for like 200 damage while he slept.
there's an easy way
Pretty
to
ridiculous.
understand why Bane's level 10 and just the way he is now is ridiculous. Enfeeble steals damage. That means at level 10, you can be taking instantly the amount of damage that a Razor has to spend 25 seconds to steal. Like, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. Bane is ridiculous. right now.
You max Enfeeble Nightmare, and you get 1 in your sleep now. And then you just Enfeeble a guy, and then you hit them for 120, like 120 plus damage.
Yeah,
Extra 120 damage.
for sure.
That's the new meta build, Kappa.
So Bane, ridiculous hero, always frog, please. I hope this is not a Leshrac situation all over again and actually gets the nerf hammer. Next hero, boys.
He's gonna still be played as a support, I think.
Offlane Bane is pretty decent as well.
Beastmaster.
Oh, this
Summon
hero
a
got
neutral
reworked.
creep.
There's a lot of...
It wasn't like a
Changes.
rework. They just like buffed him.
Yeah, basically.
So
Yeah, I
Wild
like the
Axes.
changes.
Wild Axes. His win rate increased by 10%. So Wild Axes basically makes you do extra damage to the target if you hit them with an axe. For each axe, it gives you 12% extra damage.
Shit.
So if you hit them with your axes 4 times, it's like 48% bonus damage.
Yo.
That
That's
all of
actually
your
crazy.
units do. So if you get like and then your new W, it basically just summons like a hawk plus a boar plus a random neutral. So if you get like a wolf, if you summon up like a random wolf, you go random wolf, and then if you hit them with your axes 4 times, it's like you're doing so much extra damage. It's actually
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Ro also gives extra movement speed to Beastmaster and his units, 30%. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's extra catch-up
Does they
time.
And I like the neutrals that he gives it. Alpha Wolf, Hellbear, Satyr, Centaur, and Troll. Like all the good neutrals. Not anything funny.
Yeah. They should maybe have introduced the little purge creep, but I don't know if that would have been too bad.
He doesn't need a purge creep because he's got the movement speed, right?
And he's still a natural Necrobot carrier.
It's
so
to get rid
that's
of
the
it's
spell
to get
for
rid
him.
of like Windrun or something. So if you Windrun and then you roll the guy or something, just like something stupid like that.
Too
Yeah.
strong.
Beastmaster, looking like a good hero right now. What's the next hero?
Broodmother got like a tiny rework. It's just better to play against Brood as a support. That's it.
I think
Yes.
Brood is still pretty good now because he has unfortability and max movement speed permanently. That means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Broodmother invisibility got nerfed, but her
Or he
spiders
doesn't
got,
have
like, super strong.
invisibility anymore.
It's to make up for like support having to spend like 500 gold in the early game where they're already spending like 10k buying like normal wards and courier and smokes.
The
Right.
spiderlings are just like buffed, and the spider got nerfed, but the spiders are stronger.
I'm curious to see how it does now. Because it still has unpathability, so it's still like kind of a hard hero to kill. I don't know. Broodmother, one of those heroes.
What else? Cataclysm is a pretty cool effect.
Oh,
I don't think
it-
it's good.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
is.
like, I only
insane.
think it's good if you have something like Darkseer's.
Well, you can use it like a Zeus ulti for scouting and stuff as well, which I think is
Yeah,
a
you
pretty big
can.
deal.
But like the problem with it is that it spawns on either side of the hero, so it's only really good if you like RP somebody and then you Sunstrike, because then all of your Sunstrike are gonna hit.
Yeah, then it's insane amount of damage.
Wait, it works when it's double tapped. What if you're using quick cast? Then you just like can't use it at all. Can't double tap with quick cast.
Let me
It's
actually go
like-
check. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Find out fast, Mark. Another big change I like actually is Dazzle's Poison Touch rework is actually insane.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
AoE poison. That's pretty strong.
I like it a lot. It's actually so good. I like Dazzle, man. I think he's like the poster boy past 5 support, you know? Death Prophet Salad Tree is actually really good as well. Pretty decent hero. Other big changes. Let's look.
Next is IO. IO's
Medusa.
relocate CD is pretty high up. Like it's 120 now at level the first ulti. Or one ulti.
So
And
I
that's
played a few games
that's
of IO on the new
sad,
patch.
actually.
I think so. His talents have gone away from like the support talents in a sense. He's got like a 60 plus 60 damage and a plus 400 max spread range. I've tried both of them. I'm not sure. The 400 spread max range is pretty cool, but like it's hard. It's obviously much harder to get your ball damage on someone when you're close, right?
he just has a scout though, right? You can just like check in the trees
Yeah,
with
it's
your
a scout as
spirits
well.
kind of thing.
But like usually when you play IO, if you tether in, you kind of want to like bomb the guy with your balls. If your balls are max range already and you tether in on someone, like it takes long to bring them back. No longer.
Okay.
I think IO's ult. Yeah.
The plus 60 damage is pretty cool though as well. I'm not sure which one's better though.
I think both of them are not good. I think the rest of IO's talents are really fucking strong.
But it's really hard to get levels. Like the scepter bonus is really nice. If you have like a draw or something, you give them the ag split shot and
The scepter
things like
bonus is
that.
really cool.
I think the Scepter bonus is
But, like-
amazing.
how often does IO get level 15?
He does. If you play jungle IO, like if you know how to play jungle IO really effectively, like IO can have like mechanism earn at 10 minutes if you play IO really well. Like if you watch how like IO boosters play, they get like mechanism earn at 10 minutes so often.
Oh, okay.
Like they play it like so well. They're all their rotations are always like perfect. They get like so much farm in the jungle. They get like level 3 super quickly and then they rotate with the bottle. It's like,
Are you
You
gonna
have to
do
have
that, Frank?
oh no, that's Abder's job. Maybe
Okay.
I'll learn to do it one day. Maybe.
Funny.
Medusa got a huge buff.
Medusa got each bunch of. Wait, let me go
What
find
happened
it.
to
Let me go find it.
Medusa?
Let me go find out. Wait, where's this Medusa lady? Oh wait, guys, I have a personal question to ask before we get there. Is Lone Druid better now with how they changed him?
Where's the Android?
I feel like his changes are kind of irrelevant. I like the 20.
You can't ever go range one anymore.
Okay, I don't care about
His
range.
level
I'm a
25
bear
is
man, you know? I believe in offense.
insane, dude. His level 25.
If you're a bear man, then I think he's better.
Yeah, because the rabbit attack speed is also a very big deal. Even the battle cry cooldown is a good level 20 talent. The 8-second intense spirit bear armor at 15 is like, I think that was the talent before anyway, which is a good talent.
He's a bear man, I think.
He's a bear man.
He's a bear man. He's no longer a ranged sniper.
Okay,
He's no longer a sniper bear. Medusa got buffed insanely.
okay, let's go find this Medusa. Split shot is
Wait,
now
what?
passive. I
Whatever
like that.
changes are like there's a lot of changes here.
Okay,
So your split shot got rescaled, but it's better now because you get one split shot charge, and then you can start farming with it. It's not like you have to max it to be able to farm with it.
right.
'Cause
And
then
then
it's
you
like-
don't have to toggle for primary target anymore. Primary target still
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
main damage, which is really cool.
And
And
there's
then-
100
I think
more range.
that's probably the biggest reason, right?
I would think so.
And Dragon Lance now works so much better on it as well.
Yes.
Because it used to be like you buy a Dragon Lance and then your split shot doesn't do. You don't get the extra range from your Dragon Lance because it's just set on 700 fixed range. Now you buy a Dragon Lance and you can attack from even further away. Now it doesn't just give you the stats.
Her talents are really good as well.
The talents got buffed up a shitload.
Damage
Yeah.
is
If,
taxed.
if,
You
you've
get
got,
damage.
if you have Mjolnir and Skadi on that hero, and you get level 25, every single person in that that gets hit is getting like Mjolnir. You proc a Mjolnir every attack. It's
That's
like
actually insane.
Her talents are crazy good.
The-
every single one of those talents is good on either side. It's
Yeah.
like the worst one is probably 10% evasion. 10% Mystic Snake Mana Steal is so good in some games. Like if you versus like 2 strength cores that don't have very high mana pool, it's like if you hit them last with the snake, they have almost 0 mana. Versus Wraith King, it's so good as well. Meepo got a buff overall on the map. Morphling,
Yeah, with shrines removed.
yeah.
Morphling is rip. He split pushes.
He's not
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
Morphling.
Morphling
now-
is not Morphling anymore. It's no
Rip
longer
RDK.
I mean, maybe the strength morphling with the stun is decent now.
That actually got nerfed as well.
Oh,
Because
okay,
the stun
never
used to be for an extra 1.25 seconds if you had max strength.
Yeah, it
They
used to be
did
like
increase the knockback, which makes it even. I think it's worse if the knockback is
Yeah,
further
knockback's
now.
not that great. Like, puts them further away.
Yeah, 500
Yeah.
knockback is far.
So hold
It
on, hold on.
makes-
Can you morph into someone, into an enemy, and steal all these spells?
Yes.
He's basic
Except
spells.
Even
ulti.
ultis?
In not
No,
all
No,
not
not
cases.
alties.
Yeah, so it's
So
not that
if you
great.
can steal like an Undying, it's glitched with Dark Willow. If you steal Dark Willow, then you get her ulti as well.
Oh.
So you can steal Metamorphosis. You can steal Undying's thing, like Tombstone and stuff.
It's like it's a pause 3 now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe. Also, it like requires 0 mana, so you can morph in between without.
Yeah. Which is really cool. I
You
mean, like,
can, steal,
morphling.
you can steal some cool abilities of like heroes that don't have like heroes that aren't ulti reliant, like Undying or like
Yeah.
Even like you steal a Pugna Ward or something like that. It's pretty
Pugna.
sick.
Yeah, it's like
I think this Morphling is like a unique as F hero right now.
it doesn't like it's not like old Morphling though. It's like they almost
Yeah.
deleted the old Morphling.
There's definitely some pocket strats with this hero, for sure.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
that's
I
what
think the
see.
sad thing
Just
is
for,
that like
pocket strat.
Morphling
no more
was like
boy pocket shot though. Feels bad.
up there with Anti-Mage in sort of that like true hard carry that can split push to the map. Which is gone now.
I just remember Mark at the land, dude. We just get a fifth pick, the Waterman. That is Mark's strategy, dude.
Let's pick
Oh.
Waterman win game.
Yeah, dude.
Waterman win key.
Mark just says if we get second pick, we've won.
It worked.
Necro got nerfed slightly.
He got balanced. That's what happened.
So
Good balance.
like
yeah,
we-
boys.
didn't see Necro get his regen buffed. I mean nerfed.
It
His
did.
ulti, but how?
Got reduced. The Q got nerfed. When you kill a person, it's now 6 regen.
Where's that?
6 hero kill regen.
It's not in this like year by Necroforce. It's where they rescaled all the regions in the top part of
thank-
the patch notes. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
Gaben.
Nightstalker didn't get it. What do you think? Did he get it like really drop hammer, or is he still like the hero?
I think he's more of a pause 3 now than a pause 4. You look at his first 2 talents, 200 health plus 15 strength. Like he's a tank, man.
Mm.
He can be that like durable pos 3.
Well, I mean,
offlane.
you could also do it with Pulse 4. I mean, you used to buy Solar Crest and you could buy like BKB. You could buy Solar Crest BKB and you could just go and like, you could literally go on a support, or if they had something like a Lina. If they had a Lina core, you could kill Lina core. It's like you can get either mana or HP now, and then at level 15, they just changed the way that the talents used to be. It used to be level 10 you get cast range or strength. Level 15 you used to get I think it was
I think his talents are better now.
mana or something.
I think
I think
So-
they are better.
I think the odd thing for me is that
Level-
like Nyx Assassin and Night Stalker were looked at as like the two most broken pos 4 supports during the last patch, or some of the most broken. And these two heroes both like didn't get nerfed that hard.
Nyx
which is,
got
like, shocking
buffed.
to me.
Nyx
Nyx
actually
got
got buffed.
buffed. Yeah, his talent tree is insane.
Like
And
the
the blade mail
170 impale
mechanic.
damage is actually so sick. Like you just wipe out creep rate so quickly. And they also changed it to
This is the
normal
thing-
sick blade mail.
This is like what I'm glad they did that, right? Like they didn't nerf anyone like super hard. They just introduced. a
They
new
made
way
the
of playing.
overall, they made it more balanced. They just made the
Yeah.
whole patch new balance, and they made like the safe lane more viable or whatever, or like the off lane. Like you have to, yeah,
Like they introduced items to counter Necro now and Pugna, and
yeah. It's like it's nice. I don't know.
I think Ricky also.
Ricky got buffed. Ricky Pulse
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
last
be a
night-
thing again.
We played an epic SA pub. Phalanx was dumpstring on his Ricky, and he took the level 25 cloak and dagger doesn't reveal. So no actions take you out of invisibility, right? So you can attack while you invis and not become it. Like you
And some
stay
guy
right,
didn't know
right.
he was dying.
He took he took a Rax by himself. And no one knew.
You can't see him on the map. Oh my god, dude.
Dude, Phalanx, you can imagine Phalanx, right? Like he's quiet most of the game, and like he's just in their base, dude. Like, and all of us are dead. It's like, hey guys, I'm taking that Rax, but they can't see me.
Oh, that's
I laughed for
hilarious.
like 20 minutes, dude. It was hilarious.
The Rubik thing is a cool buff.
Oh wait, let me go back to Rubik. I'm looking for him. Oh wait, I
What's
went
the
the wrong
bu-
way.
Shadow
I like the
Fiend-
Rubik thing a lot. Hey, I think it's super cool.
Shadow Fiend is more viable as well.
Shadow Fiend, yeah. I feel
Especially
like
with deniers,
he-
the
he's
raise
still-
is better.
his skill potential in the lane, like from level 3, if you have like a support roaming or something, is actually insane as well.
Yeah, got like a slight buff because like when you pop your traps and people just blink away.
Yeah, but I have a theory about this TA and Sven now. I think they both like got buffs in their talents, but the problem I think I feel with them is that ancients are no longer protected, so ancient stacking is like a bit risky now. You can contest ancient stacks, which I feel like is a good balance to the game, because like I feel like Sven could just auto win some games, but yeah, it's
Wait, what do you mean they're more contested?
The shrines are
before, the
further.
shrines aren't by the ancients anymore, so you can contest ancients again.
They're still pretty close.
Yeah, but they're not on the on the.
It's not
thing.
Yeah.
on the shrine.
But
But I feel
Yeah,
like she
it
got
makes
good
it
buffs
better.
overall, aside from the ancients.
what else?
Tiny down here, dude.
Pian got an OP buff. He can now spawn trees every 3 seconds.
Kappa.
He can actually permanently root you at level 20 through BKB.
Viper is actually nerfed. Like, initially I looked at it and I thought it was broken because Nether Toxin is now in his poison attack, and his Nether Toxin is now a AoE break, damage over time, flash farm ability. But it's actually like his damage output is slightly less,
His overall thing got nerfed. His overall win rate.
and his
got
mana pool is just
reduced.
not big enough to use his spells. Like, if you try and flash farm with your new Nether Toxin, you just run out of mana really fast.
What about
75
Vengeful
mana.
Spirit? Have you guys read this?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Wait, I'm gonna go to it. I'm gonna go to
It
it.
it got buffed in that sense, but its thing got nerfed. Its talent tree got nerfed.
Yeah, I
Venge.
think Carry Venge took a slight hit because his old talent tree was ridiculous, like ridiculous.
Oh, see, there's no damage anymore.
I wish I could. There's actually a website that shows the old talents to the new talents, but I forgot where it was. Feels bad, man. Capitalist tweeted it.
Wind
just go
Ranger, Wind
Look at
Ranger,
old
is
Venge
now,
talents.
Wind Ranger can now drift.
Tokyo.
Yeah, you can literally
Really
run in like
trolly.
a full circle. It's fuck that it was stupid.
Wyvern stands are really good as well.
Yeah. Wraith King. I like the change so much, dude. Those
Okay,
little
okay.
skeletons.
I just wish for 1 second that copyright went away and we could have old Skeleton King back for this. But I think it's pretty cool, like really cool.
I really like the change. I think it's like a nice bonus.
I
It's
think
like the
very
hero.
memey.
Is it Mimi?
Yeah, he spawned the skeleton.
His credit is
You're
also
Wraith
like
King, you're the skeleton king, dude.
I mean, there's a hero in Hone that also used to spawn skeletons. Like, it almost had the same ability.
What's his name? Skeleton King.
The Forsaken Arch, and it's like some like undead bone like chick that ran like
Sounds like
he rode
Clinks,
on a.
dude.
It was
Ah.
basically like a female Clinks that rode on like an undead panther. That
Let's
was
actually
it.
talk about Clinks here for a second, right? So agility. Wait, I'm
Dumpster.
scrolling back up. I'm
Dumpster
scrolling back
hero.
up. No, don't say that, Mark.
It got
Don't say
nerfed,
that.
fucked up.
Don't say that. He can dodge things now, okay? He
No,
can
it's
How
trash.
does he take? Timmy and I went over this last night. How
Yeah.
does he take any towers? For
How do you
3
do
seconds?
anything at all?
3
actually?
seconds.
But it's 260 bonus attack speed. That's double
doesn't-
what it used to be.
But
Listen,
it scales
Darren
diminishingly.
will say, Darren, if you're listening, you're retarded. You can't take towers nearly as well. It's 260 bonus attack speed, but that attack speed only it scales like armor, right? It scales like
Diminishingly, yeah.
Why
Well-
can't you take towers?
because it's for 3 seconds, whereas your old strafe used to be for like it was
used to be
4,
long.
5, 6, 7
This
seconds.
is good because now Clinks can't backdoor your like tier 4s in 2 seconds, dude.
Yeah, but like when he used to do that, he almost always used to die.
I don't care, dude. I don't want to have to worry about that in the game.
Dude,
And it's like-
Clinks was my road to having a little less than dumpster MMR, man.
And it's like, yeah, I also when I had to play core, I also used to play Clinks. But it's like, it's just stupid. It's like it does nothing. It's you used to get, I think it was like 160 attack speed for 7 seconds.
yeah, it was 130 for 8 seconds at max level.
Well, it's yeah, whatever. It's like it was so much more than 260 for 3.
Now it's uninterrupted for 3 seconds, dude, basically.
But
Yeah.
only projectiles, like
And then you
Earthshake
buy-
stun, things like
And
that
then,
can still
and
hit
now
you.
here's where the beauty that comes in. You buy A on disc, and then he can't do anything to you, because he
Yeah, it's
attacks
true.
you, and then you do nothing on Clinks.
Then you're a Weaver with an A on disc.
That is
And
true.
you're still not dying.
Well,
I do rip my dreams of ever gaming MMR, man. Clinks
What
is
did you used to
gone.
do on Clinks? You see a support, and you're like, oh look, it's a lion. I'm just gonna 3-shot him before he can even Q or W.
Yeah, dude.
And then lion's like, I have A on disc. And then the lion is like, then the Clinks is like, okay, goodbye.
Oh, that's funny. Earthshaker got hit pretty decently.
He got balanced.
Balanced. I like that term.
he's
I like
not
Ember
a
Spirit
solo
Salad Tree,
kill.
by the way.
No, it's terrible. He doesn't have the CD reduction anymore.
Ember is dog
It's
shit.
so bad. It's
Oh,
terrible.
is it?
He's never gonna get picked. I can guarantee that.
Oh, even his change,
Okay.
it's only 1 second
So
now as
20,
well.
20 damage got nerfed. 150 flame guard absorption is
Nothing.
like so fucking
nothing.
average. Flame guard DPS is average, or it's
That
like
is
okay, I
little.
guess. It's like okay.
1
It's
second chain is decent.
1
but,
second
like,
chain is
eh.
decent. 2 strike or spell amp, those are like spell amp
Spell
is
amp
so
is
average
trash.
at level 20. It's at level
It's
20.
really
Yeah,
bad.
it's nothing.
True Strike is decent if you're going the physical damage build, because then you don't have to go for MKB. You can just go stack up Daedalus.
And the 2 sleight of fist charges are retarded. The way
That's
I thought
so
about it
bad.
is like you slide a fist, then you can slide a fist, and then you can do it again. Instead, the way it works is that you go slide a fist, and then the next one's got like a full. It like reduces the cooldown by 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's
And-
like
and-
that's if you're hitting like a few units.
And Remnant Charger is pretty useless. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
always have enough
absolutely
late
useless.
game. You're not going to be triple Remnant into people anymore at that stage of the game. Like,
Maybe if they
Emma-
added like 2 extra
yeah.
remnants, that would be really
But
cool.
Ember will always be Ember, dude. You always have a place in the game.
no, it's like so dumpster in lane, though. And lane is, like, you just get every creep denied and you're like level 2. Like, there's no way. the
Yeah, I
hero
feel like
is
they
gonna be
needed
picked.
to maybe put the spell amp back at 15, put the chains at 20, and give it like.
Okay, that would be a little broken, but like, they didn't need to nerf Ember. They could have left him how he was.
Yeah, I agree with Tim. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the puck changes, because now you can get your orb speed at level 20,
and you can get
and
plus
you can get the gold later on.
420.
Where's
Getting
fuck?
both. I mean, that's pretty
Enchantress,
strong.
Enchantress is the Russian killer, dude. They just go, they're like, hey, let me go pick Wind Ranger offlane, and then Enchantress is like, nope, I'm just gonna stop you from wind running. And then they're like, "Idia nachuй, блядь, fuck hero."
Why do you and Darren hate the offlane Wind Ranger so
Dude,
much?
It ruins a lot of ranked
Because
games.
at level 10, they're like, okay, cool, look, the enemy hero's TPing away, like, can you stun, Wind Ranger, can you stun? And they're like, no, I don't have stun. And it's like, you're level 10, dude, like, what are you doing? It's like, no, I can wind run away. And then it's like, okay, good for you, wind run away. You two wind run in the team fight, good job.
Yeah. Gotta feels bad, man, not gonna lie.
Quattle got a buff.
What though? So GH and Filthy Frank buffed is what you're saying?
Maybe.
Seems good.
Juggernaut. I like Juggernaut gets stats at level 10, that's pretty nice.
Mirana talent tree is worse.
Much worse. Yeah.
Mirana's Ultra Challenge Tree was OP in my opinion though.
Yeah, the 50 damage and 30 attack speed on a right-clicking core, like.
And Mirana has the highest IG gain in the game, I think. So
They made Monkey King's talent tree retarded.
I disagree with you, yeah.
Okay. So what you see on Monkey King is that most of the time you would go for the defensive talent tree, right?
I thought you were gonna say feed ACG's lane.
Sorry, carry on. Feels bad, man.
Hey Bob.
Yo. Oh,
Is that
he's
in the
tilted
field?
now, eh? It's the first time I've seen Frank tilted.
So you used to go for like defensive build on Monkey King, so that you don't get like you used to go like you could at level 10 you'd either take the evasion or the attack speed, that was fine. Then at the next level you take the
HP,
there was
right?
like an HP talent, and then in the next one there was a damage or another one. But you used to like take you had the option of going like evasion and taking HP if you were something like a PA.
Right.
Now it's like, oh look, I have 20 attack speed and I've got 75 Jingu damage. Haha. Look how much
this
I
is the
do.
point that O's Frog is trying to do. Common theme amongst all the talents is that he wants them to make a hard decision between both.
You either play Monkey King as a POS 1 that dies instantly now, or you play him as a shitty POS 4. He is so bad on POS 4. It's like the only time I will ask it to be picked is if I want a meme.
That is true. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Plus 4 Monkey King at the moment. But I kind of get what you're saying because his itemization is kind of straightforward. You only go for damage items on him because it just works so well with his ultimate. You don't really go like you go for like Echo Saber. Sometimes you buy Solar Crest, or they used to Battle Fury if you want to farm a lot. It's not really, you're not buying like, I don't know, Sanjay and Yasha on Monkey King now, are you?
It's you
I don't
either
know, maybe
you either play
he
him as a
requires
hard
different build-up.
you play him as a hard POS 1, or you play him as like the most like you play him as like the bottom of all the POS 4s in the entire game now. I would rather play Morphling POS 4 than play MK POS 4.
And you heard it here first, folks. South Africa's favorite Monkey King hates the hero now. Feels bad.
I don't
man.
hate the hero. I still like playing the hero as a POS 4. It's just bad.
Right? Fair enough.
Like I wouldn't like. I would play it. I would ask for it, but I knew I know I'd like hardly ever do stuff with it in the game on POS 4 because it's just bad.
Right, fair enough.
Santa and I tried playing it for ages. When it like just does nothing. It's like it's not good enough.
I feel you.
Nature's
Yo.
Prophet, I felt like you got a buff.
I also thought I thought in my opinion, I thought he was up there with like Necro Veno level broken last batch.
Okay. It's like a little bit shit that at level 10 you can't get the HP talent, but other than that, it's like fine. It's like the
Yeah,
hero's
but
got,
you
like,
can't
buff
buy
and
poor man
everything
shield against him in lane anymore. How do you win a lane against him?
You pick high armor hero.
else. You pick CKA and you continuously kill him every single time he shows.
Okay, fair enough. I like that
That's-
suggestion.
But it means you have to focus so much on the hero. It's so stupid. It's like you have to go try it in, and then when he goes in jungles, and you have to go and follow him with both your pulse 4 and your pulse 5.
But
And
that's
then
my
he goes
issue
back to the
because he can
lane.
just run to,
Then
if he
TP
dies once in
steal
lane, he
mid
just
lane
runs to
and then he
jungle.
kills your mid laner.
And then your support's are like, we're gonna come, and then your support's already, your mid's already dead, and then he's like, haha, I'm keeping away already after the gank. Back to my lane. Your pulse 4 and your 5 are still like running to the lane, or they're like keeping in, and they're like,
Oh, that's funny. So yeah, what else? I feel like we've been here talking for a while. So any last like thoughts on the patch before we so abruptly end this oh so glorious patch video?
Level 25s are meant to be broken.
Level 25s are meant to be broken. That's Bob's last thing. Mark?
It all started with Invoker getting that AoE deafening blast.
The game wants to be ended quicker.
Game wants to be ended quicker. There's an for me, last thoughts is that we're raising awareness. Good old Armadillo, man. Or Pangolin.
Pangolins.
Good guy, Gaben.
I think the biggest change of this is that they probably added a head slot for Phantom Lancer.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's
When
huge,
it got what it
actually.
asked for. I
TL's back, boy.